T-posing finance potato special?
I mean, here's the good news. Here's the good news. Bear was Eridan reincarnated, but welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to session 23 of Rise of the Runelords, a Pathfinder First Edition actual play run by myself and four super cool dudes that like some suboptimal systems, other than Jesper, who's amazing. Thank you, sir, for liking the right system. Not that there is a right system, but there is. Far superior than all other systems. And with that being said, thank you, Patrick. We're going to go around the table. We're going to have everyone introduce themselves, tell us who they're playing this week, Finance Potato, and then... oh, man. I'm on a roll right now. I got to stop. You got to put some butter on me. I am a roll. There it is. There it is. Yep. All right.
I can only eye roll so many times.
Yeah, it's going to the back of his head.
You
but we're gonna go on the table with everyone introduce themselves. This week we're gonna go in opposite order because I like to spice things up. We're gonna go Jester, Cord, Finance, and Lights. Take it away, gentlemen.
Last not least, yay! I'm playing Sumi, the Elemental Panther, and her half-elf companion, Weave, the Buffing Druid Squirrel.
Squirrel Druid. Beautiful.
I believe I'm next. I am Cord the Destroyer, and I am playing Dr. Desmond Darkvale Durden. And talking about TTRPGs, not sponsored by them at all, but I think it's kind of cool. It's on Kickstarter right now, but there is a Monty Python official TTRPG made for medieval themed RPG. Official?
Like buying the Flying Circus? Like the Flying Circus put it out?
Mm-hmm. It's there.
You know, you should link that in the link that in chat. I'm curious.
There are 10,801 backers. They're currently at $1.4 million. They only were going for 200,000, so it's definitely happening.
They're doing all right. All those stretch goals.
Monty Python.
I like it. Speaking of Monty Python,
What?
Nate, go ahead.
I'm Finance Potato, or Nate. I'm playing Harkin, the Vagabond Traveler.
I was gonna go for like a Black Knight reference, like, you know, "'Tis but a flesh wound," but it didn't. I couldn't get there, like with my transition.
That was
with Nate. It's never a flesh wound.
Oh, there it is. All right. Well, good save, Dexter. Thank you, sir.
Shot through the heart. I'm Patrick. I'm playing Osmerding, our pyromaniac, electrifying gnome.
You burn a barn down one time.
That's what you're known for. You know, you shock aghast's balls one time, and that's just all people talk about. All right,
that's all they talk about.
That was a crit on the old Foxglove, wasn't it? That was crazy.
For the longest time there, man, Patrick, and just the shocking grasps he was pulling off. Every one of them was a crit.
They're coming back. I've got some.
It's beautiful.
My spells are picking up and going to be doing some sneaking.
We're going to be getting there.
Yeah.
I like it. Good. I like it. And of course, everyone, I am Darewolf, the Game Master, Weaver of Tales, spinner of... I can never think of a good spinner of stories. Stories. There it is. Story spinner. And just always excited to be here with these wonderful people. And we've got a session for you tonight. Let me tell you, because when we last left off, these intrepid warriors had snuck into Fort Rennick, had defeated the snake bitch, had then proceeded to go upstairs and, I would say unceremoniously, kick the literal shit out of the leader of the ogres. I mean, you guys stomped him. I mean, I think Dr. Durden stomped him. In fact, I bet that's all he's been talking about. That's all that Joffrey's been talking about. Yeah.
I challenged him to murder me, and he attempted to, and I have no idea how he failed.
Joffrey has been whispering in your ear that he thinks you might be invincible, and you should test that theory. That's been his suggestion to you of late.
As we drink late into the night, I believe him more and more.
Yeah. Just goes on
Cheers.
and on.
Cheers.
And I think what we're going to do is we are going to pick up back in Turtleback Ferry because the party had asked for a reprieve, I believe, a little bit of a break back in Turtleback Ferry. So fill me in. What's everyone doing with their evening?
So, wait. We can't stay in Fort Rennick for just a day.
I mean, you could. I thought you wanted to go back to Turtleback to maybe do some shopping.
Was that everyone
or-
else? I was just assuming we'd stay in Fort Rennick.
We
for
could
a
stay
day.
in Fort Rennick.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
might as
what-
well.
What happened with the dudes coming through the front gate and all that? Did they? They're all live.
Yeah, we met up
they're
with
all
them. We talked with them last time.
Yeah, so
Alright.
so waking up from his fever dream, thinking that he had returned to Fort Rennick, but realized it was just a moderate amount of alcohol poisoning, Dr. Dude knocks back some of that antitoxin and is feeling fine. And the rest of you awaken feeling pretty rested. But what did you guys do the night prior?
I spent all of the rest of the day, and maybe even took up a bit of my night burying bodies. I probably wild shaped into something that would make it easier. I don't know what a good animal would be for digging.
Bear's
Badger,
off
right?
the top of my head.
A badger.
Whatever.
Dire badger.
Beaver.
Sure. But like just Sumi hauling bodies out, me digging holes, burying bodies. And I want to, once I've gotten all of these bodies laid to rest just outside the fort or something in like like not a mass grave, but like a cemetery now. I want to use the incense that I stole like 20 episodes ago. I want to use the incense that I took from that underground crypt underneath.
All the way back in Sandpoint, you
Point.
still have the incense?
I still have them. I'm using those incense
oh my
that trigger that encounter.
stars.
And
All
I'm
right.
using those as my casting component for casting hollow on this area. I'm going to completely hollow this land.
Wow.
And
right.
protect these bodies from ever being risen.
Mm-hmm.
I also get like a minor spell that I cast that lasts like a day or something. So I'm just gonna do bless, just a little +1 or something. So
Perfect.
that's what Weave's doing. You can, as you guys are going about your evening, you just see a badger and a panther moving body.
And you watch Jesker and the other Black Arrow helping you guys out as well. And they are present with you for the ceremony, saying a prayer to old Deadeye himself along with you, which I would assume is who you're likely
Yeah, I
offering
worship
homage
Old
to.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. What about the rest of the group?
Osmeriting is just going to go a wandering. Gonna go through stuff and just
So
poke his nose where he shouldn't.
I'd like you to roll a perception check, Osmeriting, because I want to see if you discover something interesting.
Okay.
22. So as you are sifting through, investigating, as it were, you find yourself in what can only be described as it seems to be an office. It seems to be perhaps a commander's chambers. You see a number of books, journals, battle plans, maps of the region, etc. But there is a small, very worn, leather-bound bundle of papers. It looks like a journal that you see with that 22. You see that it's kind of been shoved behind. There's like a bookshelf behind his desk. It's been shoved behind those books. And it looks like it was not necessarily that the person was trying to hide it, but that they didn't want it to be readily noticeable.
Okay.
It's like a half-hearted attempt to make
I'll
something
definitely grab that.
interesting. Do you take the time to try and read it?
Well, let's
Do you
see,
touch it with your hands?
Do I have?
Do you nibble on the corners? Are you going
let's
to eat
see,
it?
What's my intelligence? Yeah, I have a 13 intelligence. Of course, I'll read it.
Okay, perfect. So you start to read it, and it's in the beginning. It's very boring. You're flipping through it. It's just reports of the day, movements of the ogres, supplies. Just it's kind of the commander's personal journal of just what's been going on, almost like a captain's log, as it were. But as you continue on and on, there starts to be notes there starts to be almost like it starts to become more poetic. And though not directly speaking or writing about a particular name, the commander of the fort starts to write about his beloved, and the name that he uses is Mariana, Myriana, and he describes her as being touched by Erastil, of the forest, and the most beautiful being he has ever met.
It's we.
And that he... And his name is Lamatar Baden. It's the name of the commander. And that he fears what would happen if he was to fall, for she has given him her heart. And there's something about that line. I'd like you to make a sense motive check here.
No.
Or linguistics, your call.
Read between the lines.
Yeah, can Osmerding read between the lines?
Well, I clicked the button, but nothing is happened. There we go. Nope, I cannot.
That's weird. Who would give someone an actual heart? That's gross. That's where your mind goes.
I'm going to take this to Weave because he's from this area.
Yes, she is.
So I got to find Sumi.
You would find Sumi and Weave likely cleaning up after a long day of hauling bodies, unfortunately.
Yeah, that finally came through. Yeah,
And,
second one doesn't count.
No.
Sorry.
Harkin. What's Harkin been up to?
Harkin would be setting up a shrine and doing some prayers.
Okay.
The shrine is specifically to Shaylin, Desna, and who's that god?
Gosser?
Caden Callion.
Caden Kalin. Oh. So a mug, a butterfly, and a... What's Shaylin? Star?
The bird.
The bird.
rainbow
Ah,
bird.
yes. And a bird. Beautiful, beautiful. So you get the little shrine set up, and you're really left alone. You're really left alone. But as you are perhaps saying a prayer, and they're not necessarily native to this region, but you watch as a small but very vibrant swallowtail butterfly comes down and lands on the small shrine. And you just watch. If you've ever seen a butterfly land, and they kind of do that things where they just like move their wings slowly. Maybe
Yeah.
they're drying them, like right when they come out of the cocoon. And you watch it kind of do that. Almost looks like it was just born, like it just hatched. And it almost feels like it's staring at you for a moment, Harkin. And I'd like you to roll a knowledge nature or a knowledge religion in this moment.
Knowledge nature or knowledge religion. Yeah. 1 second.
About that.
Now listen. I have a bonus to it. I said
Okay.
I forgot that I was looking for knowledge religion, but it was in the in my adventuring.
Perfect. There is something about the coloring of this particular swallowtail butterfly that sticks out to you. I'm not sure if you're a direct, devout follower of Desna. Perhaps it's just all good gods, but you recall a fable that you heard. It was almost like a sung, like a very melodic, a very joyful kind of hymn, not the dull, kind of droning on ones of Judeo-Christianity. But you...
Shots fired.
It's calling the kettle black. And you recall this tale about when one wing differs from the other and both flutter together, death and danger is near, but Lady Luck is nearer. And you notice that the wings are like, one will go up and down, the other go up and down, and then one is this like bright, vibrant, sort of swirling, almost rainbow-like pattern, and the other one is almost completely light blue, just a solid light blue. And it just something clicks in your head about that. Maybe it's a warning, maybe it's Desna saying, I've got your back. You're not sure, but death is nearby. Death is nearby. And specifically this fable or this song that you heard spoke about undeath. That was the warning. It's about undeath. So take that as you will.
Yeah. Very ominous.
Butterfly flutters off into the sky, disappearing from view.
Yeah, that's basically all I'm doing for the night until I go to bed.
Beautiful. So in the morning, dawn breaks. You find yourselves feeling rested, slightly hungover for a moment, but rested. And do you head out straight away? Are you waiting to speak with the Black Arrows? The Black Arrows have begun just minor repairs, trying to clean up inside, get rid of some of the blood, pick up tables and things like that. But they don't really have any words of wisdom other than move quickly and release the pressure of Stovall Deep on Skull's Crossing, lest it flood the entire village.
I'm fine with leaving right away.
Yeah. After we finishes her like morning ritual, she's good to go.
Perfect. So on your journey, Osmerding, you've got this journal. Do you wish to share it with anybody? Or are you just gonna keep it to yourself?
I'm gonna go up to the cat. And, hey Sumi, I found this book in the fort, and it was by the commander of the fort, and there's some lady named Mariana or Marinara. I'm not sure which. And she gave her heart to the captain of the fort. I mean, it's kind of brutal, Why
For
don't you
fun, give me an animal handling check just to see if you can.
Okay.
Hopefully this girl didn't pass away.
Let's see, handle animal. I have 0 points in that. It does says require training. So yeah.
Sumi's just like looking at you, just as you're like going on about the book, just like nodding, kind of.
Roll me a knowledge nature check. Weave.
Me, okay.
Yeah, because you hear the name Mariana.
That's my nature.
Doesn't ring a bell. You're like, that's a weird name. Like, who would name their kid after pasta sauce?
Oh wait, that's actually a wrong roll. That's +4 to that. Sorry.
See, I don't remember that name.
So 19.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
All
Okay.
good.
Okay. Well, I figured you maybe pass that along to Weave whenever he stops trying to be a nut.
When you at the mention of Weave, Sumi's like, "Arr!" like that's like one of the 4 words Sumi knows in common, and kind of like scoops up underneath you and just carries you up to the head of the pack and delivers you up to Weave.
Yeah, but I think she wants to carry me, so I just ride her.
Works for me.
Because I equate Sumi as Weave, because that's all we've been seeing for a while. So
Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So you journey northward, and the rain today is a little bit heavier than it was before. And with your knowledge nature check, I'll actually let you take that. You're pretty sure that the timetable has moved up. You're thinking that it's good that you came today because you've probably only got, with this increase in rain, you've only got maybe 2-3 days before this thing bursts. You got to get in, figure out what the frig diggle is going on, and then get the heck out of there. Get the heck out of there is the battle plan. But
Yeah, I'll convey to the party that the timetable's moved up, that the rain has gotten heavier, and that it's a problem.
But as you get closer and closer, and eventually you arrive at Stovall Deep, I will give you a brief description of what you see. Spanning the great breadth of the gorge is Skull's Crossing. The massive wall of stone holds back the waters of Stovall Deep, but only just. Thousands of skulls have been carved into the dam's face, with 5 larger ones decorating the middle length. The easternmost of these skulls is all but hidden by a now returning, steady flow of cascading water, pouring through what appears to be a recent break in the dam. For now, the ancient dam seems to be holding its own against Stovall Deep, but unless the rains end soon, the recent flood looks like to be but a minor precursor to a fantastic disaster. Dun, 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 as it were.
Bum, bum.
So, as you get closer and closer, you see that there is what looks to be a set of massive stone stairs just off the easternmost part of the river, very close to where the stone sort of walls of this valley rise up and meet the actual dam itself. But as you are looking at that, I'd like everyone to make some perception checks to see if you can notice a certain interesting feature. 34.
Okay.
Weave, you definitely noticed that certain interesting feature.
Wolf.
There appears to be a stairway made of skulls that leads up the leftmost side, leftmost bank, up and in the direction of the actual dam itself.
All right. I conveyed that to the party. If anyone else doesn't see it.
Are we in mountains, by the way, for my
Yes.
favorite turn? Okay.
Absolutely, good sir. Absolutely.
That's pretty ominous. We should definitely check that out. I mean, we're gonna check it out, right?
So are these, just for my mind's eye here, are these carved skulls or are these like just an actual pile of like human skulls?
How close do you want to get?
I want to get really close.
What kind of question is that?
Well, I don't know. I'm
No,
asking
I
for a
know.
friend. They appear to be actual skulls.
Hey, they appear to be actual skulls.
Hey, Wolfie, would there be any shackles with these skulls?
Shut up.
All right, that's enough of that.
Shameless plug and hilarious.
Durden, you should do a heal check to see what kind of creature they're from.
I really want to pull one of the skulls, but I'm afraid if I pull one of the skulls, it's gonna like Jenga all the way down.
Rise of the Shacklelords. There it is.
Okay.
You guys ever played Jenga before? It's sorry.
Ye old Jenga, you mean?
yeah on the
Or
Ridiculous.
ye current
it's
Jenga?
more fun on a boat, you know. But
What
That's
kind of skulls
another
are
adventure.
they, Doctor?
I guess I would be the one
Make
to
a
actually know that, right?
make a heal check.
A heal check or
Yeah.
a doctor check or a
If you have doctor, I'll let you make a doctor check.
You actually have profession, Doctor.
that I do actually. It's my doctor skill check is actually lower than my heal check though.
All right, Ben, I'm
But,
going to tell you what they actually are, but I want to
Bear?
see what Dr. Duden Harkin. I said it.
Dr.
I'm
Doom.
not.
Right.
I'm not a great doctor.
Dr. Duden, that's a 15. That's not terrible, but to identify a skull, you're not sure.
Here, let's just throw this
Um,
out here. Hold on. All right. What?
You know what?
Check.
Here's what they actually are, Harkin. That is a mixture of human, dwarven, and elven skulls. Dr. Durden, you're pretty sure you make something up. I have no idea.
Mammals.
I mean, he wouldn't be wrong.
Lizard people, all of them.
I mean, they could be fake, but if they're fake, they're made by a master craftsman. Put that out there.
For my collection.
Unfortunately, I don't need any skulls for any kind of like drinks or extracts. But yeah.
This is my time to remind the DM that I have spirit vision or whatever the heck it's called, and I can see.
Did you think I forgot?
Just making sure. Just I gotta throw that out there as a courtesy.
Second-rate, non-professional game master do you think I am? Don't answer
Spirit
that question.
sense.
Don't answer that question. No, you don't actually detect any undead.
60
I'm not
feet,
saying a
undead,
word.
fae, outsiders, astral, ethereal, and incorporeal creatures. It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. I do need you to remind me of that because it's a lot of stuff to remember. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're a good man.
Okay.
Would you like to start climbing this stairwell?
So did any of the Black Arrows people follow us?
No,
Okay.
they stayed behind.
That's fair enough.
I'll offer to take the lead and point out like the safest steps, I guess.
So
Considering it's made of bones.
again, for my mind's eye here. So this is the way into the dam.
Mhm.
Or onto the dam?
Onto the top.
What are we trying to do here?
Trying to get into the dam and find the release valve.
I know the release valve, but so like the release valve is inside the dam.
Yeah.
And we need to get inside, and we need to go up a staircase to get into the dam.
Yes,
Yeah, you usually have to go in from the top.
correct.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. That's just clarification for me.
No, you're good. I got you.
Hey, Wolf.
Yeah, and me.
Are the giants native to the mountains or to the plains?
They're native to the mountains.
Okay. Google.
Giants or the ogres?
Giants are ogres.
Well,
Ogres are giants.
all ogres are giants, but not all giants are ogres.
That sounds right. Thank you, Symbol, for the +5 to the next player roll.
Quick, I'll use it right now. Perception. No.
Ugh.
I'm fine if you want to take the lead, Harkin, but I can also have Sumi go first if you'd like. She's
Sure.
a big tough kitty, you know, just playing behind her ears.
What's her stealth check by chance? Is it pretty high?
It's all right.
Okay.
I-
We can stealth up together, I guess.
She has a +7.
Oh, okay. Mine's still a little higher.
I'm
I imagine.
I'm pretty good too.
And I'll stealth forward with people. There.
All right.
So it's a 28 or a 32 if it's against giants.
So what you're telling me is that you're really sneaky. Is that correct?
Yes.
I think where your mind's at.
I have a new extract that I'd like to drink that lasts for 9 hours per day. So I assume that I'm going to start drinking that.
Early in the
In
morning.
the
whenever we leave.
morning. Yep.
Early in
Yeah.
the
So I'm
morning.
gonna drink that now. It's a 2nd level spell. It's called Ablative Barrier.
Pretty good spell.
So I swig that back right now.
I
I'll
like
start
it.
I'll start walking forward.
I
I
like it.
will. Do you want backup, Harkin, or do you want to go
Oh,
in
yeah.
here alone?
I figured you guys were gonna be right behind me.
I'm gonna ride the cat if she'll let me.
Isn't this us saying you got mounted combat?
So the 7-foot wide winding stairway of
do
stone
get a new
climbs the
feat.
cliff face here, reaching a height of nearly 200 feet before entering a cave mouth above. Hundreds of stakes line the edges of the stairway, many of them decorated with additional skulls. Some animal, some humanoid, all marked with a strange skull-shaped rune on the brow.
No, those ones aren't human right over there.
That's horrible.
She said the rune is on the wall.
On the skulls, like on their heads. What you're seeing.
Is this a Thessalonian rune?
It kind of looks like that, yeah. Yeah.
I can read Thessalonian.
Okay. This is the rune of greed. Interesting.
I've been seeing that a lot lately.
It's weird, right? As you get close to the cave, you don't even need to make a perception check for this. You begin to hear a conversation between two deep guttural voices. One of them slightly deeper than the other slightly higher pitch. Oh, I told you what's going on. We got to wait for Big Papa grow. Big Papa, he's so wet and shiny. I told you that we got to go inside. Them other dumb Griegs, they stupids. And then this conversation goes back and forth between these seemingly two creatures.
I'm gonna get my mage armor.
Papa
on
Grohl?
out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Big Papa Grohl, something about him being wet.
Turn that on. We're gonna have to do a little bit of kung fu fighting.
This is the obligatory. Does anyone have any buffs they can cast on me?
You
Yeah,
never
man.
wanted you never want to drink them, so no, I
You
guess.
offered once, and you were
Oh,
being.
That's right. I offered to people that looked like you before. My bad.
Also,
All of Nate's characters look like brothers, like they're all the same person.
Hey.
That'd be so funny.
we've had a few guys go down that looked almost exactly like you, so I apologize for that.
Oh, what the bejeebus is that?
Bazinga.
Oh,
So
I'm
as
gonna
you
cast-
round the corner, you see a large, lumbering, filthy two-headed giant that wears the tattered remains of armor and clutches a large flail in each fist. And this conversation between these two slightly like low, but also like one a little bit higher pitched than the other voices, is coming from the two heads of this creature. It has two heads. This is an Etten. You recognize it as such. So,
Etten.
yeah.
oh, Wolf. One
Yep.
thing. This is a pretty obscure thing to come up, but
Mhm.
none of us leave tracks.
Nice.
In case people are following us, I don't think there are, but I'm just saying.
It might be.
Hey, Harkin, are we planning to like go in there and fight? Is that why you want something to drink?
I don't know.
I gave you barkskin, Harkin.
Oh,
Here,
sweet.
here. This is Twitch tonic. I can hand that to you as well. It's like this little tiny shot of
Tonic. We're on Twitch. That's hilarious. I know it's the actual name of the spell. but
blue shit.
I said the word. I wish I had confetti. I could like. I need one of those
What's
like
the
Steam
bonus
decks.
to it? Is it 4 or 5?
It's 4.
Okay.
Plus 4.
Barkskin. Barkskin
Yeah.
does
plus
Barkskin
4.
go up to plus?
It goes
1
up to
when it
plus
gets-
5, but I'm not 12th level yet, so it's plus 4.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's one of those ones that scales a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's Twitch tonic again?
Twitch tonic for 1 hour. If you decide to drink it, if you're not going to drink it, give it back. It's wards against sleep paralysis and staggered condition for 1 hour. You gain a +2 alchemical bonus on saving throws against those.
Okay,
Hmm.
sounds good.
I will squirrel form and climb into Sumi's little saddlebag.
I will stealth and scoot up to the edge. Let me do the stealth roll first. Not very good unless you add the 10. Only rolled a 2.
So as you get around the corner, you see that this creature again is arguing with itself. So the short passageway ends in a small alcove to the west. A 15-foot high ledge provides access to a large cave beyond. The corner of this cave looks to be covered in viscera and lots of bones. So you know all those skulls out along the walkway? Well, you found out where the rest of those skeletons went. There's just piles of broken and smashed bones, and this Etten is just hanging out, crunching on them, and arguing with itself.
I'm sure
Just
it
back
just
and forth.
smells lovely.
Looks and
it's-
smells a lot like the fort.
It's nasty. It smells just like the fort. That is a great comparison, Jester.
Oh,
So I hand Harkin the Twitch tonic. I am going to drink a alchemical allocation so I can spit in a bottle and drink and spit, and I'm gonna do my heroism that I normally do.
No,
And
does he
this
seem to
thing
notice
does
that
not
over
notice
us?
you. It is
Okay.
just arguing with itself back and forth. I rolled a secret perception check. It got a 4, so you are all able to approach as you see fit.
Yeah, stealthy people set up your stealth stuff.
I'm setting up. I'm actually over here, but we'll climb up there.
It looks like a giant face for some reason.
It's probably the face of a giant that I'm crawling on.
Oh yeah.
I'll sneak. How dark is this room?
There is a little bit of ambient light coming in both through some cracks in the ceiling. It looks like it may have been designed to actually allow in natural light when this cave was originally carved into the side of the mountain to allow access to Stovall Deep, the dam. But it is low light at this point. So if you don't have low light vision, you're struggling a little bit.
Okay.
Minus
Okay.
2 attacks, perception checks, etc.
Do you want us to roll? I guess I can roll stealth. I guess too.
Yeah.
I'm going to look over and go, I can, from here, I can,
Emperor look.
from here,
Eh.
Like that.
see if anybody, and then if nobody says anything,
Well, I'm gonna double check around the corner, make sure there's someone else there.
I mean, I have a lot of alchemist fire.
well, I can kick us off with a sneak attack.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Then I whisper to you. Then as soon as you do that, I'll throw one of these. I'll heap one of these at him.
Okay, we're gonna see what.
Just as you are getting ready to sneak up and spring this trap, you
No, I'm
hear
here, right here.
something interesting. They speak of the winged devil beast inside of the dam. They call it the dam. And then they also speak of how they need to be careful of Mr. Snippers. They call him Mr. Snippers. Because they don't want to lose their head. They don't want to lose their head.
Okay.
I already love Mr. Snippers.
Okay.
Just as a just for rolling dice sake, is there anything I can roll to try and identify the wet Papa Groll, the winged devil, something that snips heads? Like, is there like
so
just a
which one do you want to do
guess?
first?
Oh, just wet Papa Groll, so like a wet ogre or something?
Give me
Like,
a
what am I-
knowledge local. It's a high DC.
20. Untrained.
Nope.
All right.
The winged
Yeah,
devil. Give me a knowledge of the plains.
Can I also try the growl thing?
21.
There's a lot of devils that have wings. Lots of
True
them.
enough.
It's true.
Mr. Snip, something that removes heads.
Knowledge arcana.
12.
Did you know that magic exists?
I've been using it this whole time.
It is
Yeah,
what it is.
See, there's this magic that you can actually do with cards, and you go and you get a bunch of people with you, and you pick up one person at a time, and you lay your cards down, and you have these battles. It's really cool. It's really addicting.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's all cardboard crack, baby. That's
All right.
there it is.
I thought
Well,
we were talking
I'm
about
going
Gwen.
I'm going to grab my reach, Might of Magic Rod, cast Shocking Grasp, sneak attack.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna kick this puppy off with a critical hit. So we're gonna
Well,
actually have everyone
not
quickly roll
critical.
initiative,
Not critical, but
and
34.
that's still a lot of damage. Still a lot of damage, my friend. So we watch as you take the rod, you place the spell, energy, lightning, electricity starts to crackle over your hands, and you watch as it kind of travels up the rod, and then using both together, you just kind of shoot it out, and this impression of this electricity of your hand flies forward, striking the Etten in the center of its back, and it starts shaking. And you see, like, parts of its skeleton on the inside. And it takes us whopping, I believe that was 34 damage, which is amazing. And we're going to roll initiative, and we're going to see what the heck happens, and how quickly you kill this poor Etten.
Oh my God, seeing as almost everybody's going before
Yeah,
him.
roll your initiative.
Yeah, so he's like, "Whoa!
Well,
We got buddies in here! We got buddies in here! Let's go take them out!" And they start yelling at each
Durden
other
was
about they need to
prepared.
fight, but they're a little confused.
Durden said he had a prepared thing.
Yeah, go for it, Durden. What do you want to do?
Yeah, well, I'll go with what I said. So as soon as he was going to try to shock him, I was going to throw an alchemist fire at him as well, just to put a little bit more on there.
Should
That's
be
all right.
This is gonna be the shortest fight.
Can I? If you're cool with that, if not,
Yeah,
I'll wait for my turn.
absolutely. Oh my God, yes, of course.
All right, so I'm just gonna use a regular attack just to see if I hit, and then it's just alchemist fire. So yeah, it's a
Oh!
Oh,
36 versus touch, but of course it's not.
We're gonna kill. And he melts to the ground, just defeated. After
Well,
the shocking grasp.
No.
It's not that. So it's the alchemist fire. So it's just a D6 fire damage there.
You know what? I'm gonna take that other roll because that's hilarious, and it's dead, and you kill it, and it's gone. Because holy moly, it had 3 HP left. So
All right.
Even if you did it with it.
yeah, it was
Okay.
dead.
The
It's
N
gone.
only had like 40 HP.
Well,
Yeah,
it was-
it's not very strong. You
Well,
know?
it was minimum 7 damage. So
and
yeah.
you don't let them hit you.
Yeah, they do hit and they do hurt.
What
But
does
that was
fire
the shortest
do to
battle.
all this? What does that fire do
Shortest
to
battle.
anything out here?
Doesn't light anything on fire.
Okay.
But
It's just sinew,
Harkin,
man.
you poked your head around the corner to the next
Yeah.
section there, right? Yeah. All right.
I was- I
So
was-
you see what appears to be a massive pile of loot and treasure. Massive pile.
I was
of loot and
meriting
treasure.
jumps off the thing. Woo!
Woohoo!
I want.
Guys,
Is there anything
loots.
left on this burnt corpse?
There are 2 large-size masterwork flails.
Don't even pick them up. I just kind of keep on walking.
But you find these things in a disorganized mound, a heap,
Oh my goodness.
as it were, of just random
Cold
stuff.
scroll.
Oh, look at that potion, phylactery of positive channeling. I could use that in another game.
Oh wow. Huh. The phylactery positive channeling.
Almost like I planned it. No, fucking-
Oh, look at this scroll
A
of
velvet.
cone of cold.
Velvet pouch contains that.
That's a
pretty good.
really good scroll.
That's pretty good.
Weave, do you or Sumi, do you want to ask the squirrel if they want some of these?
I was so busy adding this to the party loot that I wasn't even paying attention to what I'm adding. Um,
All
Excuse me,
3 of those
sorry.
scrolls are good.
yeah.
So-
Because I've got 3 wands, offensive wands.
I'm kind of indifferent. I'm
I
fine
don't
if anyone
really
wants to take anything.
need. I mean,
How do scrolls work? Do you have to be able to cast the?
you have to be able to cast
spell?
the spell or use them with the UMD.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my
Use magic device. Roll.
use magic device is pretty high because I planned for that. I've never used it before, but I have a 20 UMD.
You should be good.
Then you should
It's
be able
20
to-
plus the caster level.
Yeah.
That telekinesis is pretty cool because you can do all kinds of crazy stuff with that. Hold monster. If you can't throw a bomb, that might be worthwhile for you to have
Okay.
because we know
then.
Sumi's going to rate claw pounce. We know
I
Weed
think-
is going to go lightning.
I went that way because I believe at the very beginning I asked if anybody else was going to use magic device, and I think everybody said no, so I took that.
I have a
pragmatic
high use
activator.
magic device because I use a shield wand all the time.
Okay.
Basically every combat.
I have a cure
Okay.
light wounds wand that I have to use that with. So
What's your use of magic device?
doesn't-
like I said, I've got so many offensive wands. I mean, mine's a plus 12.
But I mean, out of
doesn't-
combat, it doesn't matter, right? Because you can just
You
keep
just
trying
take
over and
you
over.
just take 10, yeah.
You can fumble.
Oh no, you can't take 10 with UMD because there's a chance of failure.
Oh, that's right. so you
Yeah,
get
there's
fumble.
fumbling.
So, but in the
Scrolls can
combat-
fumble and backfire if you fuck up, but with a 20 you'll never fuck up, so it doesn't matter.
for you, these make sense for you, Dr. Durden. It gives you something other than throwing your bombs. If
Yeah, if
would-
you run out of
yeah,
bombs, you could totally do
could-
something here.
You could totally do something with those, especially that scroll of hold monster. That could come
Alright.
in handy.
I will add those now. Then
Yeah. There's another part to using UMD on scrolls, but I'm pretty sure you have a high enough intelligence to, if you were a wizard or a sorcerer, you'd be able to cast them anyways.
I'll have to check if they're on my.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Burn a spell.
I'm gonna take all those scrolls off of the list and just assume that Durden picks them up.
Yeah,
Cone of cold.
I don't do
The rest of
magic.
this is just gold. Also the phylactery of positive channeling.
Yeah, but we don't
That's
have
a. Hmm.
don't have anybody that can use that right now.
Does that hurt? Does it hurt you?
No.
Well, we'll just
Isn't
wait
that
for your
like
next
for
character.
buffing? What is that for?
It
Just
gives
for
you an
channeling.
extra 2d6 on your
It's
channels.
pretty nice.
2d6 extra.
Pretty nice.
Oh,
It is pretty
Wow.
nice. Yeah.
That'll be really good in the upcoming Skull and Shackles game,
Oh
Yeah.
my lord.
starting November 21st.
Let it go.
At
It's
8
not
o'clock.
happening. I don't want to be a pirate. It's gonna be
You're the
good.
one that talked us all into it.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun.
Is this a ledge up here?
That is a ledge. That actually leads up and out of the cave entrance onto the upper portion of the dam itself. So to your left, you would see the surging waters of the Stovall Deep, and to the right, you would see the massive drop off the scolled front of the dam, and you can see that there is a small kind of raised building in the center, the exact center of the dam, with a set of double doors and two massive green creatures standing in front of it. Give me a knowledge local to see if you can recognize what those are.
All right. All right. Putting this out there, my favorite enemies are giants and monstrous humanoids.
Well, you would recognize those as trolls. Big ones. Maybe even ones with some training of some sort. And they're in a position of protection. They're guarding it. And you notice outside of the area, along the walkway, this upper platform, you see what appears to be several ogre bodies. Some recently killed, some that have been there for a while. And you notice that the weapons of these two trolls out in front of you, Harkin, they are covered in blood. So things have been a little crazy up on this dam.
I heard that they're killing each other.
Are trolls giants or monstrous humanoid?
They are giants.
Okay.
Quick question. That Cone of Cold is 1d6 per caster level. What caster level is that scroll?
11.
Whatever the minimum level it is.
So it's just one. It's just 1d6.
No, Cone of Cold is a
level
6th level
Sixth
spell.
level spell, so that would be
13.
13th
Right?
level. That would be high.
Correct.
13th level. So it says per caster. So 13th caster levels. It maxes out at 15d6. So 13d6.
Sounds right to me.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. No, it's 11 because 13th would be 7th because 15th is 8th and 17th is 9th. It's 11d6, which is a lot.
Yeah.
It just depends on who. Some
Who wrote it?
classes get it at 5th level. Some classes at 5th level. Some classes a 6th level spell.
It's a wizard. Scrolls are always assumed to be in my campaigns to be wizards.
Oh, okay. So it's 9.
Fifth
96.
level spell. 96. Okay, I'll put it as 96. Got it.
All right.
Is there any feasible way that we could sneak up to the trolls, or are they kind of?
So the only way in is right behind them. That's all you see.
Oh, so they're like facing out, maybe?
Yep. So there's two double doors, one on the right side of the walkway and one on the left side. I'll actually move you over to that map so you can see what you are viewing. There's a massive break in the wall right in front of you. Break right in the wall right in front of you. And you see these two trolls flanking both sides of this kind of curved section. No windows or anything into this building that you see before you, but you see these two trolls guarding these stone doors that are right behind them, and they're just watching. Like, they see you, you see them, they're just watching you, but they're not actually doing anything right this second.
I only see one troll.
So
There's
they
one.
killed,
There he is.
they killed all the ogres and stuff that are up here.
Looks like it.
You okay?
What's up with that?
How big is the gap? I assume it's not big enough to have to worry about.
No, you could walk around the left-hand side of it and get to where you need to go.
I guess I'll go with Harkin.
As you get to that point, you can see one of the trolls has this massive club with rods of metal that have been stabbed through it. You can hear that kind of crunching sound as it tightens its grip. The wood of this massive club, which is more akin to just like a tree stump or a log, just kind of groans under it, and you hear him start to breathe a little heavier.
Are trolls evil creatures in Pathfinder?
They are generally considered chaotic evil.
Right. I'll just put this out here. I don't expect anything of it, but I feel like I'd be doing Weave a disservice.
So
Should we consider talking to the trolls?
So is this a big, huge skull?
That is a big, huge skull.
Oh, so we're looking at a big, huge skull with two trolls.
Giants are not people that you can easily reason with, especially considering they just murdered a bunch of other giants.
Yes, but why did they murder the other giants?
Territorial dispute happens all the time.
Over the dam?
Yeah. It's a big, nice place. Why wouldn't they?
You might be right, but I just kind of want to ask them.
Hey, Giants, did you kill them for the turf?
There's a lot of dead bodies out here.
What are you speaking?
In Giant.
Both of them take a few steps forward so they can just see each other. You see their heads turn left and right respectively to look at the other. Both of them kind of stomp their feet, kind of readying themselves, and then just let out this kind of grunt in your direction.
Hey, Dr. Durden, these things, you kill them with fire.
The mention of
Wait.
fire, they're both of them growl. One just after the other start to growl low in your direction.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my wand of acid arrow just to be ready.
I'll take a step forward and like smack my shield.
Halt! No one enters. No one enters. The great beast, all tendrils, rises from Stovall Deep. None shall stop his approach. Almost as if on cue, the waters of Stovall Deep, which are starting to get whipped up by this increasingly raging storm. There's like a wave spray kind of washes up and covers Osmerding, Harkin, and strikes Dr. Durden a little bit as well.
Okay, yeah,
Was
I
that-
don't like that. I'm going to come back down this way.
Was it in Giant, by the way, or in Common?
He responded in Giant.
Oh, so I didn't know what he said.
Can I knowledge what the hell he's talking about?
You know, you may.
Are we fighting Cthulhu now?
You may acknowledge that.
Is this Strange Giants?
You may acknowledge that.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand giant.
I
You're gonna want to
understand, Giant.
roll knowledge of the planes.
The
I'll also
planes.
roll that.
You gotta figure out
Do,
what that
do,
is.
do, do,
Having a
do.
fellow connoisseur in the giant language.
No, there's my 12.
23 plus 2, 10. If I remember correctly, it's 11 plus the CR of the creature.
16 if it's a unique creature.
Well, here's the good news. You have no idea what that is. However, you recall, Weave, so you're actually the one that remembers this, that there is an old wives' tale, a barroom ballad that is sung and told about the Black Maga, a supposed Loch Nessian-like creature that lives within Stovall Deep, but it probably doesn't actually exist.
Is his name Yi?
No, his name is the Black Maga. Is the name of the creature. But,
Maga or Naga?
Maga, Magga.
Above my pay grade. Why'd you kill the giants?
Why would you team with the MAGA?
The Maga is power. The Maga is strength. We worship strength. From inside, you hear this kind of muted, what almost sounds like a chanting of some sort. Maybe like a ritual. I'd like you all to make perception checks, see if you can make it out.
With my knowledge, with my basic knowledge of the Maga, would I know like what kind of thing it is? Like, is it what am I? What's the
Plane?
Dr. Durden. I'm gonna actually have you be the one that hears this. You hear this kind of rising voice. It is very witchy in its kind of tonality and its intensity, and it says, kind of crackling, the moment you are in this tension, You will lose your attention. You are total confusion. You will feel irritation. You will spoil personal relation. You would not get co-compensation. You may give room for caution. You may have to take the medication. Instead, understand the situation. Rise up, Black Maga. Rise up. And it just goes on.
Where's this coming from? The crack or from
Kind
behind
of coming
them or something?
inside this crack in this skull formation right here. You kind of hear this chant coming from inside there. It sounds like a ritual or some sort of prayer.
Everybody's talking in this like gravelly like voices, this language that I don't understand as they talk to these trolls. And I'm like, shh, you guys be quiet. There's like a nasty old lady or something. She's like saying something about the Naga and compensation. I think she's like signing contracts or something.
They're trying to summon a sea monster.
I mean, that's possible. Look at Harkin. Look at Harkin up there. He keeps sneaking up there, seeing as far as
Just
he can
walking
get.
I
slowly.
need everyone to make a reflex check as the entire dam starts to kind of shake. You feel this tremor come through as
Fun.
though something large slammed into the side of the dam that is holding back Stovall Deep.
Fun.
Wow, we all rolled really good.
Everyone manages to keep their feet, but the two trolls next to you, they start to growl, and then they bare their teeth, letting out what can only be described as war cries.
What
And
were their
now-
reflex saves?
My friends,
What their
my
reflex
friends, you know what their reflex saves were? Let me go ahead and make this DC 5 reflex save. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, I want to
Hey,
see.
they can nat one.
Okay, that one's good.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That one's fine too. He stumbles a little bit, but he growls. And you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative, and we're gonna drop into some very green kind of combat. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right.
You're okay.
What a time to be alive.
Gotta click my token.
You're Tolkien.
Don't do that.
My Tolkien. My Rolkin and Tolkien.
Tokens are for losers.
What are you, a hobbit? You're Tolkien.
You're tokening.
Yeah.
I like it. All right.
I'm a slim shady lady, but I'm nice because I texted Haiti.
All right. So is everybody in the initiative?
Yeah.
Weave, as is tradition, you're first.
Oh, jeez, I actually am.
Why did you roll for initiative for like 1, 2, 3, 4 metagaming? I guess, huh?
Well, we don't know that there's more. Well, I mean, we do know there's more, but we don't know how many.
First off, metagame this. Second of all, just for Jasper, what would you like to do? You're good people.
Let's see here. I guess I will. They're trolls. There's a troll in the dungeon. I just wanted you to know.
I was waiting to see. I was seeing how long it would take someone to make that joke.
I will just start with some bull strength on Sumi, just buffing her up a little bit.
When Sumi starts to Hulk out, as it were.
Yep.
Oh,
And,
smash.
I like it. Harkin, you had positioned yourself perfectly to have your choice of which troll you'd like to boop. Which troll would you like to boop?
You know what? I'm gonna. You know, I'm gonna hold my action. I'm gonna wait to see what they do. I know they're gonna charge me. I'm gonna hold my action and wait.
All right. There is a grinding and scraping noise as the right side doorway is not kicked open, but just forcibly shoved as both doors, these 5-foot large stone doors, as though they are sheets to be brushed aside, a bead curtain, as it were, just shoved aside. You see an even bigger looking troll just step out and roar that the matron has almost completed the ritual. And he seems very excited about that. But that is what he does in his moment of glory. Next up is a different troll barbarian. You hear some scraping, some moving inside. Next up is this one. This one is going to... Well, he's going to go berserk. And you watch as his muscles, his veins all start to bulge out. And he seems to get a little bit bigger. Not actually increasing in size too much, but just his muscles all increase. And you can tell he's dropped into a rage. And as he does so, he is going to charge forward and attempt to, well, boop ya. He's going to attempt to boop you on the face. And we're going to see what happens with that. So, 22 is a miss. 22 is a miss. It slams down, glancing off of your armor. You've obviously fought these types of giants before, and you know how to take a blow, or at least deflect it in this moment. And it is massively beautiful what you do.
I'll take
there.
my turn now.
All right, beautiful.
5-foot step.
Oh.
Initiate the murder.
Oh boy, he's about to have a bad day.
Yeah.
I hope so.
We'll start with my. So I'm gonna alternate between the pick and the shield.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So that is a 17.
Yep.
And
With the
21.
first, with the pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the my hunter trick to do a free trip against him.
Ooh, beautiful. Go for it.
It is a
That is-
27.
That is not good enough,
Okay.
unfortunately. It was close. You thought you almost had him. Like, you jam it behind his knee and start to pull it out, and then he just, like, grits his teeth and goes to, like, bite you, and you manage to release before he gets a chunk of your flesh. I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Do the shields hit?
The one of the shields hit, the 16 does not.
Okay.
All right. The other doorway opens up, revealing a large, almost kind of church-like structure inside. And inside that area are a number of... I can only describe them as these piles of moss and, like, fungus. Maybe like troll food. It's weird. It's weird looking. That's all I can say. It's
There's
weird
a
looking
fungus
situation.
among us.
Yeah.
Get out.
But this troll is going to continue his move action, getting to right about here, and he's just out of reach. Just out of reach, but he got closer. Sumi! Sumi is a kitty.
Gross. Gross is gross fight. Very bad. Sumi's going to run up and do some pouncage.
Punch and mark.
There is no fear in this troll's eyes.
Pouncing shred.
Oh, mama. Alright, so we got here. We got minus 10, minus 15, minus 16, minus 12, and then he takes 4 bleed damage a round. Yikes. So she just jumps on him. He's not afraid. He doesn't cry out. He doesn't even really scream in pain. Just grunts of, stop! The black man! And then he, like, tries to grab Sumi, and she just springs off, landing in front of him in, like, a cat-like pouncy stance. Looks cool. But you watch as his wounds start to seal back up almost right away.
Yeah, as a weird question, does that stop the bleed?
It does,
Okay.
because he heals.
Yeah,
So us
I figured.
Merding, you're a gnome. Kind of a wizard. Sorcerer? I don't know. You're something.
We'll turn my microphone on, first of all.
Like
And
so.
pull out this wand of acid arrow, and he will shoot it at this one,
Ooh.
since he's not in melee,
Okay.
so I don't have to take any penalties to attack.
Mhm.
Alright, range touch,
Oh, that'll play. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
and I don't think it's sneak.
Well, I mean, do you want to make a stealth check? Because you are small and sneaky, and there's a bunch of brush and stuff that you
no,
could...
I'll do.
It's actually brush because a certain druid decided to try and repair the dam, so a bunch of leaves grew over it, so you can hide in that brush. Oh yeah, you're good. You can tap that
Okay,
sneak
so-
attack. As a solid 16 points of
Now-
damage.
One thing I'm going to do with my sneak attack
Yeah.
that I've been, playing around with and not doing like I'm supposed to is whenever I sneak attack, I can create a type of debilitating injury.
Ooh, all right.
So that one is going to become disoriented. Because
Ooh.
I'm going to say it hit him somewhere in the face.
Yeah.
And he takes a -2 penalty on attack rolls.
I love it.
And if he attacks me, he also gets an additional -2.
It's beautiful. I
Okay.
love it. I love it. Well, speaking of -2s, it's his turn. He also rages along with the rest, and he is going to charge forward, and he's going to try to boop Osmerding. But he is taking a -4 to his attack, a -4 to his attack. That's a 30.
Hold on
So
a second.
that is I believe, a hit. And as he brings his massive club down on you,
I will cast another spell. Windy Escape.
okay?
Okay.
That's
So
a
I get
decent
a
hit.
TR10 magic.
It's a decent hit. His club is not magic, which is good. His club is not magic, but you do take 22 points of booping damage. And
Whoa.
it's, you watch as this kind of
Whoa.
windy kind of breeze, and you can see it kick up dirt in front of you. The club with these metal rods just jammed through it scrapes off of that, and it just kind of scrapes it down, breaking through the shield. The shield takes a majority of it, and you get to scrape along your left side of your face down, tearing into your clothing and almost tearing off the arm of your shirt that you're wearing. And Dr. Durden, you're an alchemist.
I'm going to step a little bit closer, or was that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? So I'll take a 5-foot step there. And then I am going to throw a fire bomb, just a regular bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use my swift action to attach a tangle burn bag to it.
Ooh,
And I'm going to attack him with that.
I like it.
Before that, Joffrey's going to down my mutagen as well. I will enable that.
He does so.
Yep, there we go. And so attacks bomb. Let's see how this goes.
That's a hit. Which one are you attacking?
The one that is I guess is attacking Osmerding, right?
I like it.
The
It's reach.
topmost one.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That one right there. So 25 touch. He takes 21 fire damage,
Mhm.
and then Tangle Burn Bag. So that is a DC 20 reflex save for that.
Oh, that is unlikely, but we'll give it the old college try.
On a direct
Nope.
hit, it does a D6 of damage, so it does 5 points of damage. Were you guys? I think Patrick, you were saying it plus my intelligence.
It doesn't stack because it's
Doesn't?
the same attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
So
he
it
is
does
now
5 more points
tangled
of
and
damage.
on fire. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So D6, yeah, reflex, 20 reflex saves, or he catches fire. He's on fire for the next 2 rounds. Extinguishing it is a DC 25 reflex save. Using water to extinguish the flame creates a burst of burning material equivalent to alchemist fire. Blah, 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 blah. After the 2 initial rounds, the flames may extinguish as normal. But like a Tanglefoot bag, he's glued to the floor.
Perfect. Done. So you watch as this flaming glue-like substance coats his legs, burning it. You watch as the flesh starts to bubble and boil and kind of melt away. And then you see it solidify partly, but it's still glowing red hot. It looks like tiny embers stuck to him, and the troll's not happy. He's trying to scrape it off, but it's just making it worse right now. From inside. From inside. Go ahead. You were going to say something else. Forgive me.
How? I mean, does he look bad or anything? Good. I don't know.
He looks on
Well,
fire, but he still looks alive.
He's also got acid damage coming for 2 more rounds, so
Mhm.
I would not
Okay.
be wasting anything else on him.
All right. Then I'm done. I'll conserve my my resources.
You hear this witchy-like chant rise up from inside. The saints have died! The god messengers die! The life-filled yogis die too! The kings die! The subjects die! And she just goes on and on. It's almost Monty Python and this, and then the Rangutangs and the koalas, and this just goes on and on of all these creatures.
Breakfast cereals.
Breakfast cereals that have all died.
Naughty Zoot.
Yep. And she goes on, and then finally, after what feels like longer than 6 seconds, she says again, "And the Black Naga shall rise!" And you hear someone inside say, "Yes, Black Naga, rise up!" And that's what she does. I need whoever's feeling lucky to roll me a D100.
I got it.
Nice.
Bad.
That's bad.
Well, we'll find out.
All right, so you feel the entire... Well, it could be bad, or it could be good. We'll find out. But you feel the dam once again kind of shake underneath your feet. And you see it before it fully breaches the surface. But there is a massive... And when I say massive, I mean massive, greenish-black, Loch Nessian-like Cthulhian horror that rises up out of the water, its tendrils flopping over the edge, and roars at everyone on the bridge. And my friends, the Black Maga has appeared. If you'd like to roll a Knowledge the Plains check, now that you can see the creature in full, you're welcome to do so.
I'm gonna roll a
it's
knowledge. Get the
planes?
heck out of here.
Oh yeah.
Do we have to know? Do we have planes?
Yeah,
or
you
no?
have to have.
No, I don't have that then.
Got you, Weave.
Well, you're not sure what this is. It's definitely extraplanar. It's definitely not from this plane, and it definitely looks really angry. Like really, really angry. Weave, you're a kitty. Well, you're a squirrel, but your cat's a kitty. What would you like to do?
You are prime eating.
Can I have a lot of questions.
I have some answers.
Do I have a good feel of where all this chanting has been coming from? Where this shaman lady has summoned this creature from?
There is a room right where the remaining black is on the map. That is just, like from inside there. You're hearing her through the nose holes of the skull-like building. That is this final unblacked area.
Do I feel like if the shaman died, the big monster would go away?
I don't know. Weave, do you feel that way?
I don't know. Do I feel that way, Wolf?
I don't know. Let's ask Sumi. Sumi, how does she feel?
know.
You know what? I agree, Sumi. You should do what Sumi says.
Betray the party.
Weave is just like, yeah! Starts chanting her name. It's what she's been hoping for this entire time.
I've been wishing for this day. Jeez Louise, dude. All right. Next question. You said there's plants everywhere.
Yeah.
Are there any vines that maybe have grown into this skull?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Cool. I'm sorry ahead of time.
Oh, no.
Weave thinks that this is the only hope. Weave reaches her little squirrel paw out and touches one of the vines. And both her and Sumi are sucked inside.
Oh, no.
We teleport through the plants into the skull. We're going straight after the shaman.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
But we think you just ran away.
So you watch as Sumi and her little pouch with a tiny little squirrel head poking out of it going, or something. I don't know.
I'm Dr. Jordan.
I'm Dr. Durden. Woo!
We can start that again.
That was one of my favorite moments of this entire campaign. It's been a wild journey, but that was wonderful. We even see me. You just jump through. But as you pop out the other side of this vine, and I imagine it's like you travel through the veins of the plant or something, which is pretty nifty. And you pop out, you arrive in a small room with a shrine that appears to be made of bones that is shaped like, well, very similar to the creature that you saw outside. And there is a black emerald in the center of this, well, of this little ritual thing. And there is a mossy-looking female troll who is dressed in a kind of shamany-looking outfit made of vines and moss and different icky mud. And then there's another troll barbarian hanging out watching and sees you and the kitty cat pop out and goes, "Brrr!" And she goes, "Brrr!" And then that's where we're at.
Can I
Yeah.
use a hero point to cast a second spell?
That's something you're allowed to do.
I spend a hero point and I cast Animal Growth on Sumi.
Animal growth.
Meow.
Now this is actually almost like it's almost like the right size with your token, like in the center. Let me zoom in for the people at home. Look at this. It's like that's a little squirrel, and that's like around her like neck thing. There's Sumi. It's good. I like it. It's good.
Here we go.
All right.
That's a Weave's turn.
This barbarian is going to.
I'm not
move
locked
around.
in here with you guys. You're locked in here with me.
That's, you know what? That's a good point. It's gonna move up to here. He's gonna take a quick swing on old Harkin man. 28's a miss. Swings down. Once again, glancing, just barely glancing off your armor. It's like you let them think they're gonna hit you and then move out of the last minute. You move out of the way in the last minute, which allows you to have them put all of their strength into the blow, and then you just move out of the way, and it's too late for them to change direction. So it's very good. It's very whimsical. This barbarian troll here, though, is not happy about you interrupting its, the ritual, and it's going to try to eat Sumi. And it drops its weapon and actually just attacks with claws and teeth. So first attack, second attack, and the bite. I think the claw gets through. Just one claw.
Yeah.
One claw gets through. So Sumi takes a claw. The claw carves into her flesh, but only deals 11 points of damage. Just kind of barely scrapes away at that rocky, muddy hide that she kind of seems to have.
And
on
that's
her.
not like a magic claw or
No,
anything.
no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So that
Just
is
a
also
regular claw.
reduced further.
That's great.
Down to 8.
Okay, this one here is similarly going to drop. It's similarly going to drop, and it starts to chant towards the Black Maga, who doesn't pay it any heed. The Black Maga just looks pissed off and hungry. So do with that information as you see fit. But this troll here is going to start to swing on old Harkin himself. That's a crit miss. That's not a confirmed. That's a hit. And that's a miss. So he gets a bite attack in there, which is not anything crazy. You take a whopping 22 points of damage from the bite as he chomps down on your shoulder blade. You feel the metal of your armor kind of start to give way a little bit, but then you shove him off, but you can feel the bones. Maybe you broke a bone or at least massive bruising on that left-hand shoulder. Now it's your turn to boop his scoop.
Got a
His scoop?
boner.
Yeah,
Get out
boop
of
his
here.
scoop.
Get out of here.
How hurt does it look?
Not very. These guys look beefy. I'll tell you that much.
Well, they are barbarians, so. You know what?
No.
Shut up.
I have no idea what you're gonna do either.
Yeah, wow.
All right, Wolf. The
Do it.
the first attack for this pick is gonna be a auto crit with my Cyclops helm.
Amazing.
So, I didn't even have to substitute. 76 on the crit for damage is pretty
Yeah,
good.
that'll play. And then you have a possible crit miss, and then a hit for 18.
Alright, here, I'll just roll this again. 13, I assume, is a failure.
That is a failure. So we're going to draw from the dreaded crit miss deck. Melee, you take 1d4 points of dex damage.
Ow!
Oh.
Yeah, you strain yourself. 3 points of dex
I
damage.
tore a hammy!
You tore a hammy. Ah, my muscles! They're not supposed to go that far. It hurts. Hurts a lot. But you're still standing. You're still
I assume
standing.
that did a sizable chunk.
But you're still standing. Oh my
I'm
god, did you
still
really post
standing.
that? Did you really post that in the Discord? You're a monster, server grandpa. You're a monster.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's 2 G's. There's 2 G's. Alright. Make Stovall deep green
Oh.
again. There it is.
MSDGA. Okay.
The deep state Pathfinders are putting fairy dust in your drinks.
Next turn.
Alright.
Yeah, that'll be it for me. I love how
You
I
broke me.
cycle-
You broke me, Patrick. That's really funny. Alright, so
You didn't get it first time I did it.
he looks weakened. He looks very weakened. This one here is going to go to move up. He's going to get to right here, and he's going to just try to claw you a bunch. Oh! Oh, it doesn't confirm, though. Another claw. That hits. And a bite. So he gets 2 claws into your backside, my friend. 2 claws into your backside. Plus 1d.
The other frontliner left me alone.
That's unfortunate. So you take 30 damage, and then he's gonna rend you. He's gonna rend you with his claws as well. For an
Welcome back,
additional
Nate, to your next character to my
20 damage.
The question is, how many different intros is Wolf gonna have to make?
So
Yeah.
many. I got my intro thing rebuilt, so we'll be fine. But Sumi, it is your turn, Kitty Cat. What would you like to do?
Sumi is going to rip and tear. I guess I'll focus down the shaman because I think that is the thing that's causing
Not a
Black
terrible
Mama.
idea.
Rip and tear.
Those are all hits, and that is 20, 24.
They're not all hits.
7. Oh, that's a possible miss. Damn. 15 and a 22. That's a good amount of damage. She's still standing. She ain't happy, but she's still standing. She is still standing.
Roll to confirm.
Yeah,
Roll a second
does
one
not
here.
confirm. Does not confirm. Anything else, Sumi?
No, I'm kind of boxed in here. Not really anything I can do.
The Black Maga looks left to right. There is this kind of almost alien-like intelligence on this massive, enormous serpentine neck creature. It supports the leering reptilian head. Its body is a wriggling mass of tentacles. But it just kind of, a couple tentacles come up over the edge, another couple tentacles come over the edge. It looks around as so surveying its domain. And it lets out this horrific, just guttural, bubbling, and it just deafens everyone's ears in this moment. Then it rears back, and you see this massive gout of green and purpled gas cover the entirety of this upper area. I need everyone in that cloud. I need everyone in that cloud, which is everyone there, to give me a will save.
How
Oh
far out
no.
is this going?
Including us in the skull here?
Not you in the
who's
skull.
doing this?
Luckily,
Okay.
What about Dr. Durden and me?
all of you,
Even me, way back in the back.
everyone.
Even that
Well-
guy way over there.
Yep, even that
Even
guy
my
over
buddy
there, and the guy
Daniel?
back there, and the up and the down, the left and the rights, everyone.
Said will
Even
save.
old Uncle Ned, the guy who owns the motorboat?
Oh, not Uncle Ned. He's down on the gully down there, so he's fine. With that being said,
Ooh, look at that.
Oh.
Can I use a one of my hero points to redo that
of
one?
course you can. Still won't
You
be
did-
good enough.
It won't be good enough.
Probably not.
Hey, nat 20. Could
You never know.
All right. Well, yeah, you never know. Probably
concerned-
not. But here, I'd never use them anyway. So there
Nope.
you go. 19. Nope.
All right, so fail, 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 fail. All of you fail. All of you fail
24 fails?
simultaneously. Let's see how all these guys do.
I'm pretty sure this is a fight that we're not supposed to win, kind of thing.
Fail.
Considering
Better
it's like
not be,
8
no.
size categories higher than us.
Fail. All right. So all of your minds are filled with visions of a distant, sunken city. You watch as strange alien creatures swim left and right and up and down. Some look like fish, some look like people. But as you get closer and closer, you see this massive alien structure of sorts sunken in the earth. And all you hear is this deep, lumbering snoring sound. The vision that you have drives you nearly mad. You each take... So, Dr. Durden, you're taking 2 points of wisdom drain.
Wisdom drain. I
Harkin,
don't
you're
need
taking
fucking wisdom.
6 points of wisdom drain.
Ugh.
Osmerity, you're taking 6 points of wisdom drain, and you are all confused for the next 6 rounds.
Ugh.
Those 3 6s in a row, dude.
Stupid.
That's a rough one. That's a rough one. That is a rough run. But
Confused?
you have the confused effect on yourself
Well, let's
right now.
pull up the confused table.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. So that's good.
Act normal, do nothing.
The troll in front of you, Weave and Sumi, growls
No,
at
it's
the
my
cat.
turn.
He's just gonna growl at the cat. I'm adding a little flavor. Let me game master. All right, stop being so pushy. With that being said, she growls at you.
The Black Maga has spoken! Its voice speaks of the other world!
She doesn't realize she's talking to a cat. Sumi, I guess, growls at her or something? It's, yeah. Osmeriting, roll me a D100.
Yeah.
Don't want to.
All the cool kids are doing it. 46.
Babbles.
You babble incoherently to yourself about a city, deep city, sunken underground. This barbarian will also
Thanks.
roll a D100. 12.
Acts normally.
All right.
Great.
It turns. It looks at the Black Maga, rising its fist to the sky, and it screams,
Black Maga! I am here for you! Mighty is your...
You watch as 3 tentacles reach up and over the edge, grab him, and literally squeeze him like a Twinkie, and he bursts, sending guts and gore flying everywhere and over the edge. And
Oh,
Hey, whoa. Who's putting legendary actions in my Pathfinder?
he's effectively gone. All right, effectively gone.
And you took 5 points of acid.
And he dies dead. He's super dead, so it's good. Dr. Durden, roll me a D100.
no enemies. Oh,
Axe
There you
normal.
go.
Wow. He's cured of confusion.
I'm just saying you can't kill Dr. Durden. The man's this tiefling is invincible. I gotta tell you, absolutely invincible, unstoppable even. Beautiful.
All right. So it's my turn, right?
Darn
Just-
tootin'.
yeah.
just- All right. So I have a quick question. When I throw bombs on these large creatures, can I pick which of the squares it lands on?
Yes,
Of their 4?
I'm
All
fine
right.
with that.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I mean, kind of. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. So if I 5-foot step there, that gives me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I attack that square right there?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
thankfully you can tell that I'm an ally.
I can.
This time.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a new ability. Is Joffrey confused?
Yes,
Yes. Do I have to roll for Joffrey as well?
yes.
I'll bite you in the neck.
Because Joffrey would like to do a thing if he
Yeah,
can.
roll a D100. Roll a D100.
All right, come on, Joffrey.
He punches himself. 2d6 plus his strength.
He takes
mod.
1d6 plus strength,
Oh,
but I think
1d8.
it's like, which is like
Yeah.
nothing.
With an item in his hand. He doesn't have anything in his hands.
Yeah, so he just punches himself in the face. It's comical. He just can't do anything this turn. That's what we're gonna go with. I like that.
He can't do anything this turn. Okay, that's fine. Sure.
Oh
No, he's-
bother.
He's super resilient. He's got fast healing 5 so long as he's attached to me. So I'm gonna throw some bombs, and I'm gonna throw them at that square right in front of Harkin, like diagonal there. But
Yeah.
with precise bombs,
Yeah.
I'm gonna deselect him for splash zone
Beautiful.
somehow.
Make it happen.
And these are gonna be fire bombs because I am adding my newest type of bomb effect, which is a stink bomb
Ooh.
to that effect there. So
I
let's
feel like
throw
we've
our
heard
first
those.
bomb. This is brand new. I just got this level. So here
Okay.
goes bomb number 1. So 30 versus
Oh, yeah.
touch AC.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that does 24 points of fire damage.
He
the-
bursts into flames, tumbling backwards, very much dead.
All right. The 2 dudes next to him, which are in the splash zone, need to roll a DC 20 reflex save or take half of 11.
It's their best roll. Oh, not bad.
All right.
Alright.
They both pass, so they take 5, 6. What's half of 11? What are half of
5.
11 fire
5.
damage?
Always round down.
So they take 5 points of fire damage, though.
Mhm.
And they both need to roll a fortitude save as a 10-foot radius of nauseating stink cloud forms there.
I think they're good.
All right, they're both good. And the splash zone doesn't affect Harkin.
Perfect.
Fun.
Do you want to throw more bombs or just the one?
I will. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? So that was 1.
So
Let's-
precise bomb. I'm sorry.
Precise bomb does what?
I would still be affected by the stink cloud, but I'm immune to it because of the tonic. I think, right?
No. Well, so I was looking at that, and precise bombs says,
Only for the bomb splash damage.
yeah. So the stink cloud that is created in double the splash zone. So I don't know. That's a DM question, I guess. Whether that is affected or not. Because it says whenever the alchemist throws a bomb, he can select a number of squares equal to his intelligence modifier that are not affected by the splash damage of his bomb. So damage, I guess.
Well,
So
the good
So-
news is Harkin's already confused, so it's fine, and we don't need him to be nauseated. So we're just gonna ignore that for now. He's fine.
All right,
The troll matron steps back away from that and allows Dr. Durr to take the rest of his turn.
all right, I will. I'm gonna do rapid shot on that. So I'll take the extra turn and then just one more. So here is the second attack there. So that's
Solid. Which
31
one? The
to
top one or the
hit.
bottom one? Which one are you going for?
let's what. I don't do. Can I tell if either one of them are damaged
The
already?
top one is more damaged.
All right. Yep. So versus him then, 27 points of damage,
Done.
and that's it. And then the rapid shot. So one more. Let's see this one there.
Done.
So
With
21.
He's looking crispy. Crispy. All right. The black emerald on this bony, like, school project style with just sinew and random Elmer's glue, like, statue that's been built, this little shrine, is starting to glow. And as it glows, the roaring of the black maga outside starts to get more intense. So maybe there's a connection. I don't know. It's possible. We'll see what happens. But the troll matron is going to look at the cat, and she is going to start to mumble. And it starts to sound like you can't really make out a lot, but you start to hear something about Cthulhu Fatugan. And Sumi starts to twitch her ears. I need Sumi to make a
this
a
a
will
spell?
save. It is a spell.
Oh, is she casting defensively?
She
I have reach
Is
because I'm a large
indeed-
creature.
is indeed gonna try to cast defensively. Thought I could pull a fast one over you. I was trying. I
Just,
almost got it.
just
I almost got
might
it.
want to do.
I almost got it. I almost got it. I was trying. Let's see what happens. It's an 18. You know what? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Is that is not good enough. It's not good enough. 15 plus double the spell level. So she goes to cast a spell. Sumi's eyes start to kind of like narrow, and then Sumi looks down towards the squirrel pouch and kind of gives you the, what was that? And Weave, you're a squirrel person.
All right. Is so. This shrine. From my layman's perspective as a druid, does it look like if I just smashed this shrine, it would be helpful, or would that be hurtful?
Give me a knowledge. Give me just a common sense check. We need to talk. We need to talk about some common sense ritual laws. All right, so that's what we need to talk about.
I don't have a lot of intelligence. I have a lot of wisdom. What do you want me to roll?
Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
You know what? It could go either way. You're not sure, and you don't feel good about either option.
Oh,
I just imagine this little squirrel with his little paws on her cheeks, just like. Ah!
dude.
Okay.
Do it.
Weave is now afraid to touch the shrine and conveys as much to Sumi.
Do it.
But the goal is still to take out the shaman for now.
Yeah. That's
And
good.
so
That's good. That's
Weave's
good.
just gonna stick with the tried and true of buffing Sumi.
I
So
love it.
soon
I love it.
Weave is gonna cast Strong Jaws onto Sumi.
It's beautiful.
Strong
And
jaw.
that will be her turn.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, this troll here is gonna full attack after it
It's
rolls
gonna.
a D100. I just hear me out. I'm manifesting. All right. Now it's gonna babble incoherently. I'm pretty sure is what that is. Cthulhu and just going on and on. And
Yes, I would like another scrambled eggs.
this troll here is gonna full attack on Sumi. Miss. Hit.
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 Yeah.
Oh boy. So 2 hit. Oh.
Uh-oh.
She takes, that's the bite. And this is the claw.
Did Sumi lose a turn someplace?
14. No, she's after.
You're fate of the
This
cloud.
troll here is going to roll a D100.
Well-
81. 81, I think, is...
It's me.
Hits the closest enemy, which is you. So he's going to... I believe it's just one attack, though, right? Oh, no. It could be a full attack.
Yeah, it's whatever he does.
All right. 1 hit. Miss. 2nd hit. Possible crit miss. Confirmed crit miss. 37 is a hit with the bite. So you get 1d10. So you take 16 damage from the bite. However, we have to roll this melee. He starts to take 1 point of bleed damage. 1 point of bleed damage, and has had some fire damage, so he's going to continue to bleed, which is good. Hearken, moment of truth.
Oh, yeah.
You can just run back here and stand behind me. Or don't.
Sumi. Sumi's a kitty.
Did I lose it? Are either of these hurt? Did I lose a turn?
Yeah,
here?
they're hurt. You hit this moss troll for like 80 damage last round. And this is the first time she's moved. You haven't lost a turn. You're good.
So I hit the shaman, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just...
Shaman's bleeding everywhere. She healed up
All
a
right,
little bit.
great.
But she's
That's
bleeding
all.
everywhere.
That's all. All right, now that Strong Jaw, Omega Rip and Tear.
Ooh, mama. That's an unfortunate critical miss, but that's
Reroll
a critical
that.
hit.
I
Confirmed.
Oh, let's critical miss that. Critical miss
Minus
that.
38, minus 29, minus 19, minus 19, She's bleeding on the floor, but you can see her wounds starting to heal back up, but she is effectively unconscious. And then critical
Right.
misdeck for natural attack is -2 penalty on AC for 1d4 rounds.
Alright.
Oh boy. Will this be the end? Will this be the end for our intrepid heroes? Find out right now as we continue this encounter. And the Black Maga is going to... Let's see. Who's in range?
Probably everyone.
That one's in range. That one's not in range. So the only two in range are the Troll and Osmerding. Osmerding, I need you to roll me a D100. You want to roll greater than a 25. The Black Maga is going to attack that Troll because it's big and right there and she's pissed off about life. The Black Maga is going to bite and throw a bunch of tentacles at this guy. Let's see what happens.
I am scared to see this attack roll.
A critical miss. Not a confirmed critical miss.
Not a good start for this thing.
3 and 4. Alright, so 4 tentacles. So the bite comes down, smashing into the ground as this creature like leans into it, and the Black Maga doesn't think the creature wants to be its friend. It thinks it's going to have to hunt it, but the Troll loves him. So it leans forward, and then the Black Maga strikes into the ground. Just bunches of rock and stone just fly up, dinking Harkin in the face, who's still babbling on about, I don't know, a lost shoe. And, I'm Harkin, ha ha ha. There, we'll do it one for everybody. And, we watch as this thing is potentially ripped apart. But I've got to roll some damage, which will be decent. So that will be 8d6 plus 40. 73 damage. You watch as the tentacles all wrap around this creature, rip him apart, and then each tentacle brings the creature up to the Black Maga, who doesn't even chew and just swallows this troll, sending it down to its gullet. Osmerding, roll a d100.
Oh.
So close. So close. You continue to babble incoherently. Dr. Durden, roll a d100.
All right, this one's for me. There we go.
Wow.
Wow! It literally cannot be stopped. Literally cannot be stopped. Status
All right,
effects, who cares? High attack rolls, who cares?
And this one's for Joffrey. There you go. There we go. Good to go.
Unstoppable.
All right. Let's see. Joffrey, in that case, I wasn't expecting him to pass, but
If I
Joff-
didn't know him so well, I think he was cheating.
I'm using the fudge roll mechanic
Is
on
that what it is? Oh,
roll
okay.
20. Yeah,
All right,
that's what it
that
is.
makes sense, yeah. I can see that there. I can see you using that mechanic. It's beautiful.
That's why we're man. Why aren't we using Foundry? No fudge rolls.
Yeah.
Get out of my Discord call. You got it.
This isn't even Discord.
Give me the old desk boot.
I am going to. Joffrey is going to take the potion of reduce person.
Okay.
So we'll do that. So turn that on. So I go to small size. And then, man, I don't know if I should try to take that guy out or not. But 5, 10, 15, 20.
You're pretty sure his touch AC is like a solid 6. So you do you.
I will move. I'll take a 5-foot step forward right there, and then Harkin looks pretty bad, right? So we'll try to help him out, I guess.
You don't have to. You're an adult. You can make your own decisions.
Yeah.
barely
yeah,
met me.
Yeah.
He's barely even a part of the group. Like,
Oh.
he's in that
the
weird
whole-
transitional phase where, like, if he dies, you won't even really remember he was a person that you knew. Like, that's like it for most people. For you, I think, Dr. Durden.
As a free action, I will tap my toes together with boost of haste. Boots of haste. Boost of haste.
Hasty
Same
boots.
thing. Yeah. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to go full on out and do 2-weapon fighting, rapid shot, and just start throwing bombs like crazy. So first bomb will be at this dude down there. We're going to go with just good old fire. So here it goes. So first one,
That'll hit.
35, 20 points of damage. He's still doing all right.
Oh yeah, This guy's been hit.
All right.
Feeling dandy as can be.
Second one. Man, I'm getting some 1s and some 6s and stuff in there. All right. So that's another one. So 22 points of damage. The hasted attack, is that at full?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna save that one to the very end. All right. So that was the extra bomb. So this one is my offhand. So third one at him.
Yep.
25. All right. And fourth one. So this is the first one that's lesser. 18. Is he still alive?
Oh yeah.
Man.
He's crispy, but he's looking pretty dead. Pretty close to death.
They're barbarians.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna throw my last bomb, my hasted bomb, at the MAGA creature because I don't like it.
Oh God. You really are gonna do that?
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Durden.
Yeah, that's Dr. Durden's way.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use my swift action to attach a fungal stun vial on it.
I like where mine's at. It's good.
And
Can it be the 10 DC stun?
and then so I'm gonna throw it at him. We'll see how that goes. Here we go.
Yep. Is that
so,
fire damage?
Yeah.
Cool.
Fire damage. Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right.
And then what was that save he did?
That was against his. That was against the fungal bag.
No, fungal stun vial.
Yeah.
So he needs to roll a will save.
Will save on that one.
Yes, a will save.
Oh. Is this a magical effect?
It is not. It is a. It is just a. It's a fungal. It's a vial that emits a bright blue glow.
18.
He fails. Look
Okay.
at that.
Okay.
DC 20 will save. The vial emits a bright blue glow. When broken, a fungal stun vial releases a flash of bright blue light in a 10-foot radius and dim light in a 20-foot radius. All creatures within the flash area must make a will save, DC 20. Creatures that fail are stunned for 1d2 rounds.
Is this a mind-affecting effect?
It doesn't
Minor
say that.
affecting effect.
Mind-affecting.
Oh, I was like, what? Like children, minors, dwarves? What are we?
Yes, dwarves. What's the name of the spell?
It's not a spell. It's just a alchemical
What's it
item.
called again?
Fungal stun vial.
Never heard of it.
Fungal stun vial. It's
Are you sure
under,
it's not the Citalish stun vial? Because that's
it's under
No, it exists.
alchemical weapons, I guess. Let me look at it.
yeah. Because I'm looking at the Citalish stun vial, and it's the exact same thing.
No, it's
It
It
does
is
not
not.
say it's mind affecting, which this thing is immune to. So, yeah, it's stunned for
1d2 round.
1d2 rounds. Roll that check, baby. Roll that check. Roll
That's
it into two.
actually insane.
That is
what do I
insane.
roll? A D
1d2.
1d2.
A 1d2. How do I do that? Just a
Slash-
D100
/R and space D2.
slash R.
Yeah, in the chat.
Cord, you've used roll
Slash
20
R.
before. What are you doing? Every
I don't.
time.
I never do
Every
that.
time.
I don't do that.
One round. One round. That's perfect.
Yep.
Still insane.
That's still insane. That thing.
Oh.
Just like
So
shaking
it's
its head, looks
blinded.
confused.
Yep.
Yeah. Not blinded.
That is the end of my turn.
All right, and this troll matron heals up, wakes up.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
yes,
stunned.
you're right. You're absolutely right. Fantastic, like fantastic. Too long, but here we go. The troll wakes up, starts to scream, and is going to attempt to cast defensively. 31. I need Sumi to make a will save.
I mean, he's not so good at those.
She'll be fine.
Not so certain.
Sumi is
Ooh.
confused.
What the heck, man?
as per the spell.
Is that an enchantment spell or effect?
Let's see. This is a enchantment compulsion mind affecting.
15.
Ooh! You want to know the good news or the bad news?
The good news?
The good news is Sumi's an adorable kitty. The bad news is she's currently confused.
That's so bad, though.
That's not good. Not good. It's not good. It's not good. All right. Very important roll. Who's ever feeling lucky, I need you to roll a D100.
I should do it.
To roll a
I'll do it.
D100.
No, we don't want Durin to do it. It'll make it too easy. I'll do it this time.
D100. You want to
No,
roll.
we have Nate do it.
You
We're
want to
just
roll
gonna lose.
above a 20.
There you go.
42.
Yeah.
That's good. So
At
you
least
watch as several of the tendrils of the Black Maga start to kind of slip off the edge, and it almost looks like he's about to slip back into the water, or would have, were he not stunned, because he is stunned in place right now, and isn't actually capable of moving because he's confused. So, Weave, you can hear Sumi purring and growling and being a kitty all at once. What would you like to do?
Man, is there any mundane way to cure
Monday.
confusion?
I
Mundane
don't-
way to cure confusion.
I don't think so.
No.
All I have is Lesser Restoration, which does not work on confusion.
And it's also a 3-round cast.
Really? Lesser Restoration takes 3 rounds to cast?
Yeah.
Holy
It is not a
dude.
combat spell.
You are correct. Woof. That's so rough. How long am I confused for?
The cat?
Forever.
As if the spell confusion.
Well, the next 10 rounds.
So forever.
The spell
Yes.
Calm Emotions cures confusion.
Yeah, I don't got that.
Yeah, no
Oh,
one
if
ever
Bear was
gets
here,
that.
he would be unable to do it.
It's a real shame. What happened to him? I love you,
Yep.
Nate.
Yep. Spell Bards and Clerics.
This is rough.
No, it's Meow. It's a cat.
This is rough, dude.
You're on fire tonight, Nate. I can't even with you, dude. I can't.
Ah.
You're literally on fire.
No, I'm confused. That's
yeah,
what I am.
you are confused. All the trolls are on fire. So is the Black Maga partially.
Okay. There's nothing I can do. So I have to go on the offensive here.
Lightning!
Do you have any fire spells?
No.
Oof.
I have 1 vial of acid, and so I was hoping to, if I wasn't confused, I was hoping that I would hold my action as Weave, Sumi would down her again, and then I would dump the vial of acid on her and just call it there, and
Yeah.
hopefully that'd be good.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna happen because I can't rely on Sumi anymore.
I'm cat.
So what I'm gonna do instead, against Weave's own judgment, Weave's gonna cast Dispel Magic on the shrine.
Oh.
Dispel Magic.
Oh. Roll me a
She's
caster level check.
She's also tapping into the ley lines for this.
Yeah.
To increase her caster level by 1. Caster level check.
Oh,
I'm going to spend my last hero point
What?
and re-roll that.
That's horrible. Oh, God.
Wow, that's so much better.
All right. I have good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
I want the good news first.
Good news is
please.
you cast Dispel Magic and you watch as the shrine starts to shake and crumble. The black diamond, this black kind of like emerald of some sort, this gem, crumbles into dust and the whole thing starts to collapse onto the floor. As it does so, though, you see visions of this distant, faraway, sunken city, and it nearly drives you mad. Give me a will save.
You're
Weave and
confused
Sumi.
for 12. She's already. Leave Sumi alone. This is my will save.
Okay. I had to double check something. I
Here's
double-checked something.
Sumi's if you really need it.
All right.
Leave my
So-
poor confused cat alone.
So let me just double check the CR on this. Looking through, you see this towering and possibly neither quite octopus nor dragon nor giant, but something far worse. It must surely herald the end times. You see this creature, just for a glimpse, slumbering inside this sunken city. And you rolled a
30?
DC 30? All right.
What, do I need a 40?
All right. Okay. You start to have your mind filled with unspeakable nightmares. And moving forward, until this insanity is cured, you will awaken every day fatigued because you will have nightmares.
I rolled an 18 with a +2. I have to have, or +12. I have to have the highest will save in the party, and I still failed.
Yep. La ra, Cthulhu Fatugan! La la! That is correct. PF Punk.
Does it at
69.
least
That's
make
correct.
the monster go away? I
Oh
would be
yeah,
happy
oh
to
yeah, oh yeah.
sacrifice
You hear the black
sanity.
maggot shake its head like it wants to slip back into the water, but you are constantly fatigued moving forward every day. You're always
Great.
fatigued, as well as Isumi, as she has nightmares as well. And so until the insanity is cured, you guys will suffer from that, which is horrible. But the good news is, this barbarian is still confused, and so it's going to roll a D100. We're gonna see what happens. Hey, Baron, what's up, dude? And let's see here. He's gonna act normally, so he's going to full attack Harkin. Hey, Harkin, it's been great knowing you, by the way. In fact, you know what?
No.
He doesn't want to attack Harkin anymore. You know what? This guy's been chucking bombs at him. He's gonna charge Dr. Durden. Fuck that guy. 33! There we go! There we go! Is that a hit?
Yeah, that hits.
I was gonna say, he sounds so disappointed, Dr. Durden. Come on.
Joffrey hasn't got to down everything he wanted to yet, so.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Wait, is Joffrey the alcoholic in this group?
18.
Hey.
18 damage to Dr. Durden as he chomps down on you. This barbarian here starts to scream and tries to pick up the crumbling shrine, but all of it is just dust and dirt falling through his fingers, and he's trying to grab the black gem, and it's just crumbling. Rah, 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 rah. He's just freaking out in this moment. Harkin, you
He
are
makes a will save and explodes.
person. Yeah. You'd like that, wouldn't you? You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I would, Wolf.
Oh, okay.
I hate you. I hate everything about you.
I guess I'll take an act normally round.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a critical,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that a critical?
Sure.
Doesn't that cure your confusion? I think so.
I think we.
That's
I
what
think
we've been
we made that
joking.
joke.
Yeah.
All right, I'll charge at
The
him.
only good natural one.
Yeah, weird that it's like that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird what happens. It's beautiful.
Save me, Mr. Harkin, save me.
I will shield bash.
Yeah, shield bash.
Bonk.
Can you make that CMB and shove him over the ledge?
That's the.
Because that would be
I-
so awesome.
So, I do have a slightly better chance at just doing CMB.
Yeah.
I'll CMB.
I mean, if you get this CMB, it's a 25. All right.
Well, I have to
Okay.
beat him by a lot to push him that far.
Okay.
I'll. You know what? I'll use a hero point. My first hero point is Harkin.
Okay. You gonna re-roll it? Because that was only 7. That's only a 21.
Uh,
That's terrible. All right.
I'll go off the cliff now. Bye, guys.
Okay. All right. Here's the good news.
18 HP, might as well.
Here's the good news. Here's the good news. You shove him back 5 feet. All right. He's teetering on the edge, but he's not quite there. He's not quite there. All right. Sumi is confused. Roll a D100.
I'll move with him, by the way.
Fucking, what do I do? Kill myself?
You attack the closest threat.
I attack the closest thing, so
So
I guess it would either be Weave or it would be the troll. You
I
can
think it's
decide.
gonna go for the troll. I think it's gonna go for the
Okay.
troll. Weave is basically a piece of clothing right now. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
honestly,
And I'm pretty sure
that is their
murder you.
dynamic. Omega rip and tear into that troll.
Man, you love those critical ones. 19 minus 38 minus 16 minus 20. He starts bleeding. And yeah, he's not looking good. He's not looking good. The Black Maga is stunned this round. So Black Maga.
No, it was the last round.
No, it hasn't actually had another turn yet. We've got these 10-minute turns going on. So
Okay.
this is its next turn. Osmerding, I believe. I
believe in miracles. Where you from?
You attack the closest threat, the
Nope.
closest target,
Which is Durden.
Dr. Durden.
Okay.
So what's that wand do?
Oh! Dr. Durden, you don't see the attack coming, but your backside is filled with an electrical jolt. You take 14
Nope,
points of damage.
Not electric.
Oh, it's acid?
Acid.
You feel your tail start to burn off. It stings badly.
And he gets this for the next 2 rounds.
Dr. Durden, you have been acid arrowed.
So
Real unfortunate.
I don't know how it looks, but I forgot to state that my ablative barrier that I have on myself, the first 5 points of damage I take from each attack is turned into non-lethal damage.
Nice.
So the 5 points of that and 5 points from that other creature before that.
That's good.
This shimmer just goes over his body.
What would
as
you
he
like to
gets
do with
hit.
your turn?
We're gonna roll 2 D100s to see if me and Joffrey can do anything, right?
I like
Because
it.
how long does this lasting?
You still have a couple rounds. Go ahead and roll.
4 more rounds.
All right, so this one's mine. There we go.
Wow.
And this one's Joffrey's.
Can we make him refresh?
Joffrey punches himself again. And
Okay.
Dr. Durden acts normally. All right, what are you doing, Dr. Durden? Let's make it snappy. No more 10-minute turns.
What are you talking? I took like a 3-minute turn. All
10
right.
minutes.
I will. I'll throw a bomb at the one that Harkin is attacking. I guess there. Why not?
Murder.
I'm gonna use rapid shot this time, which is only 4 capable.
Like
with
reminds
haste.
that. Go for it.
All right, there's the first one.
Beautiful.
So
21. Flames wreathe him, covering him. He's growling, he's snarling, swiping at Harkin, trying to swipe at Dr. Durden.
All right, and then this is his extra bomb with rapid shot.
I like it. So they're 23 damage.
Man, the ones are crazy on there. All right, so that's 2, and then this one is his second attack. There we go, 30.
Following through with your shield bash, you charge forward, pressing into him as flames from Dr. Durden's bombs cover his face, searing and singeing. And with one final you're able to shove him over the edge of this crack, and he tumbles down the crack over the edge of the Storval of the giant dam and into the very shallow but surging river below.
He's not on fire anymore. No.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, I know.
He
But the joke.
No!
I'll take a 5-foot step back, and that'll be my turn. So that was 3 bombs. Down to 7 of 19.
See, that was only a minute turn.
It's like 5 minutes. The troll matron heals up a little bit more, shrieks, clawing at the ground. But she's angry. She's angry at that cat person right next to her. And she is
called
going
tabaxi.
to point a nasty and angry finger at her. Also, casting defensively. That, unfortunately, is not good enough. So she does not cast a spell. Next up, Weave. You're a squirrel.
Light! It's the only thing I have! Lightning!
I'm like, man, without my cat, what am I even doing? I cast Call Lightning. I guess I'll try and keep the shaman down. I can't finish it off until Sumi's like able to land some hits on her. So DC 18 to half.
Nope.
Failed. 13 points of electricity.
Ooh, she's still conscious, but she ain't happy. This barbarian here is going to continue to try to scrounge up the pieces, realizing there's nothing to do. That is going to take its attack actions on Sumi. Ooh. Oh! It's a claw.
2 hits.
Sumi takes. This is from 2 hits. 2 hits. Sumi takes 31 points of damage.
Sumi's hurt.
We're all hurt.
Yep.
All right.
All right, well.
So, next up, we have Harkin. I'm just sitting here looking at the battlefield going, damn, there's going to be some more bodies on the ground here shortly. But, enough out of that. Harkin, you're up next.
All right. Confusion. 40. Babble. Blah, 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 blah.
Babble incoherently. Sumi, you're a kitty.
100.
Attacks
Attack
close
the
to
nearest
target.
thing.
That's not bad.
Okay. I'll lay into the troll again. Omega Rip and Tear.
Ooh, all of those hit, and I believe with all of that massive damage, she puts the troll into very deep negatives. Very deep negatives. So it's going to take him a while to come back. He is mincemeat. The Black Maga slips over the edge back into the Storval, disappearing from sight. How's Meriting? Give me a will save.
Well, that's going to fail because I have -6 will damage.
I believe in you.
Give me a D100 roll. You attack the nearest target again. Oh no, wait, that one's babble incoherently, right? Yeah.
No,
That's
that's
punch
You
yourself.
attack yourself.
All right, you punch yourself for a D8 plus strength. Dr. Dirt,
Can't do a D8.
Can your luck maintain?
You
He
stab
went
yourself
under.
with a wand.
Ready, set, go. Nope.
Oh, attacks closest target. Oh no!
Dr.
Oh, we're
Durden,
tied.
take 4 more points of damage.
I know, I'm 20 feet.
Oh no!
Poor Oz.
Dr.
Oh
Durden takes 4 more.
no!
I take 4 more. What's going
Mhm.
on?
All
From
right,
that acid arrow from last time.
all right.
4 points.
Yeah,
4 more. So basically, it's underneath your. You got lucky.
Don't you have resistance, by the way, to acid?
I don't fire.
Oh, fire, right.
So, here's the good news. You don't have to use your bombs if you don't want to. But you have to roll a D100 to decide which of your 2 friends you're going to attack.
So, I will
Right.
put this out there. Oz is technically closer.
Technically, he is.
So, you tell me. Is he? 5.
So you rolled low
Fine.
and Oz is short, so I guess you're going to go for Oz.
All right.
Oh no. This is how Oz goes out. Oz will never forgive him.
So what do I have to do as far as attacks
You just
go?
have to attack him. You can choose how you would attack. Basically, treat him as an enemy.
All right. Well, the
If
thing
you were
is
fighting a gnome that wanted you dead, how would you attack it?
that wanted me dead. Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing is right. So Dr. Durden throws bombs conservatively every turn. He's got 7 left for the day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how many he would throw at him.
You do see.
This is a very
2
green
enemies.
gnome. He might be a plant.
How would I decide that?
You use
Mr.
your
DM?
character's best judgment, my player.
Can I roll something to figure that out?
Yeah.
Can you call
Sure,
something
man.
out?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me. How many attacks do you have in a round?
If I wanted to, I could have 5.
Well, why don't you roll a d5? See how many bombs you throw at him. Patrick hates me so much right now.
So /R
Five.
Space D5, yeah.
D5.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't want to hit this enter button. All right, Patrick, here we go.
It's 5. I knew it was gonna be 5. I knew it. Don't roll. Don't throw 5. Just throw 1. Just throw 1. Don't roll 5. That's stupid. Don't do that. That'd be mean. That's a dead on meriting. That's bad.
Oh my God.
Just roll 1. Just roll 1. Just roll 1.
There we go.
All right, you take 30 damage as a bomb explodes in your face, wreathing you in
Can I
fire.
take evasion for that?
Evasion doesn't
Or would
apply to
my-
that.
Fortunately not. Matron's gonna heal up, regenerate some, and then is gonna once again make this check. Doesn't make it. Still can't cast the spell. It's Weave's turn.
I'm just gonna keep calling lightning to try and get that matron down.
Lightning! Lightning!
They're
18
level
reflex
9.
to have.
They're level 9, Baron. 14. It drops unconscious. Drops unconscious. It's slightly singed. Yeah. Roll me a D100.
Okay.
You want to roll high.
I rolled high.
Some of the plant life behind the gnome, or behind the troll, as the lightning arcs down, it lights it on fire, some of the dry stuff, and it starts to burn. So you got her. You got her. Okay,
Wow.
good job.
And
You got
also the vial of poison falls out of my pocket and lands on the other troll.
Yeah, it's great. It's crazy.
Wow.
Wow,
All the
what?
trolls in this room are dead.
Oh, all right. But I mean, you can literally just take it and pour it on that troll next to you. It's at negative.
Yeah, they're both
56.
unconscious. No one else is gonna like.
Yeah, they're dead. They're both dead. You killed them. You've killed them dead.
Now the
Yeah, they're dead now.
not just PvP.
Look
It's
at their
all
body
there.
on the floor. They're dead. All right, this one's dead. Harkin, you're up next.
All right. Oh. Alright.
So, what are we doing now? We're fighting each other?
So here's how we're gonna play this out. The rest of your confusion ends up with you all babbling, throwing rocks and sticks at one another, and Sumi tries to aggressively lick the squirrel in the bag on her neck. But you ever seen a cat try to lick, like it's got like a collar on, it's like trying to lick it, but it can't because its tongue doesn't go there, so it's confused. Yeah, it's very awkward and very strange. But
Just imagine Sumi wants to get out and kill all the party members, but she can't get through the door.
yeah, she doesn't have opposable thumbs. It's not a thing. So yeah, you all have managed to somehow, some way, survive both the Black Maga as well as a horde of Cthulian worshipping troll monsters. But that's just level 1. There's more levels to be explored. How would you like to proceed?
Hi guys, I'm done.
Go back to the town and sleep.
Osmarian, I threw a fungus vial at the thing and it flashed in that thing's face and then it got all like scared and it was like, oh no, don't hurt me, Dr. Durden. And then it turned small and it like jumped on your head and then I threw a bomb at it and I scared it off the side of the cliff. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, whatever.
We.
I think I'm gonna go home to Sandpoint.
It's like, I'm done adventuring.
I'm done.
This is another adventuring party's problem. We're gone.
Weave is not even remotely perturbed. Like, we need to finish this in her mind.
Really, the person that didn't get touched once.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Well, you
Strange.
better heal us then.
Strange how that works out.
Does
Strange how
it
works
seem
out.
like so? Can we like perception? Are there more ogres here, or is it just?
So you hear from down these stairs. So as you move inside, this appears to be, the workstation of the
Damn.
dam. That's the word. Why can't I
Damn.
think of the word dam? It's strange. But it appears to be the workstation or obviously the upper story. And there's a stairwell that leads down. And the only thing you hear from down below is the sound of this kind of lapping water. It sounds like there might be a pool of water on the second level, this kind of basement level to this upstairs story.
Hey, Weave, can I get some healing?
Yes. Everyone can get some healing.
I am very close to dead.
Harkin, can't you like do this thing where you like heal everybody?
No,
Dr. Durden.
Oh,
Well, your brother could.
my brother died 10 years ago.
I thought all you like
So
humans could like do that thing. I don't know. Sorry, I guess.
I'm gonna go through a bunch of just weird spells right now, just healing people.
I like
give
it.
me some charity. This
Yeah.
might take a second.
That's all right.
I'm just gonna. These first 2 cure light wounds are on Harkin, so
Oh.
13 and 10.
I need 8 total to be at full.
You're so
Well, that means
fancy.
you're not getting healed.
No?
Aw.
You need 8 HP. That means cure light wounds is too much for you.
You're basically fine.
I'll use my own cure light wounds on myself.
I'll use cure moderate wounds on Oz for 20. I'll use another one on Oz for another 17, and then I'll use another 2 on Harkin. 17 and 20 again.
Oh. Weave,
And
best
then
party
I'll
member.
use 2 more on Sumi. 21
So-
and 14.
So my cure light wounds minimum is 10 HP, so I'm at full.
You have 6 level 2 slots?
What's that? Me?
No, I don't have a wand. I just burned through a ton of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, so shouldn't we only be doing 2d8 plus 3?
No, it's
No,
part of
he-
the one of the special traits you get from the adventure path.
Hmm.
Clerical something or other. I don't know what it's called. Student of faith or something.
Student of Faith, that's the one. That's the one, yes. So the stairwell leads down and then kind of curves back and seems to lead down to a pool area, which could possibly, potentially, contain the water release valves to help release the built-up pressure on the dam.
Oz, you get another 20. Yeah.
Alright. I guess we'll go down.
How long does enlarge animal growth work last?
I think it's a minute per level.
Yeah, I still have a bit of time.
So,
My reduced person lasts for 9 minutes, so
heck.
still reduced.
There he is. All right.
Oh, okay.
So, as you guys make your way, we pivot down to a small stairwell. It leads down, kind of sloped at an angle, and eventually come to a set of double stone doors. You hear the quiet lapping of water and what sounds like someone not mumbling to themselves, but just kind of lazily floating around in water.
Open the door.
So
I
you-
swear to God, there's a trap on this door.
As you open the
Should've
door,
let me
the
open it.
door explodes, sending shards of death directly at Harkin. Roll me a death save. Hashtag 5th edition. No, just kidding. There is nothing that happens. But in the center of the pool, staring at a wicked, vicious-looking black trident that has the center spearhead, that center point of the trident seems to be slightly broken off, so it's a little shorter than the others, is an aquatic troll who turns, its large white tusks sticking up, and it grunts and kind of growls in your direction. Papa Grazul not expecting company. Come back at another time.
No?
It's like taking a bath.
And with that, we're going to roll initiative again.
Oh,
The hell.
So you having trouble? Okay. I saw you in the wall. All I could see was your health bar.
Bounce. I love it.
I'm just
Without even a second thought, just kill it.
So we need to just. We tried negotiating. It didn't work.
It went poorly. It went very poorly. That's true. That's true. I love it.
I'm at the point where like this dam just got hit by some eldritch monster I didn't even think was real yesterday. And now we need to drain the water before everyone dies.
Maybe
like
we
your
should
mindset.
talk to them.
Maybe we should talk to them. No, don't talk to them. Let's see here. So, first up, we have Osmeridic.
Okay, well, everything I would do normally would not work. Assume he's there.
And very large.
5, 10, 15, 20. And he will pull out the meta magic rod so he can attack with shocking grasp. Is it in water?
Oh, absolutely.
21.
That'll play. That will play for 21.
I see those chat messages, Wolf.
What? Oh,
Murder hungry?
I'm just saying they are.
I don't know about that one, bro.
I don't know. Dr. Desmond Durden, you're up next.
Let's see. I'm gonna have Joffrey go. He doesn't have to roll a D100 anymore, and we're going to go ahead and we're still within 9 minutes of that other one, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The other in battle. All right. Then he is going to cast our shield spell.
Okay. Get super buffed.
Let me mark that one off. So that's a first level spell, and add that one. And this guy's still a troll, right? Do we know that he's still a troll? He's just an aquatic
absolutely.
troll?
He's an aquatic troll.
So
it's in the name.
And we all understood that fire is like good against these guys.
Yes.
All right.
That's 2 minutes so far. Let's go.
That's like
That's
20
not even a
something
minute
seconds.
You got 8 minutes left.
Wolf's playing in fast forward.
All right. Let's.
That's funny.
I'm going to attach an incendiary catalyst, one of those ones that makes these extra fiery, to this first bomb, and we're gonna do. Man, I'm running low. We're gonna do rapid shot. So throw in the first one. Here we go.
I see.
Hit.
Yep. So 27 and 24 points of damage there. And then, so now he's vulnerable to fire.
Mm-hmm.
We got 5 left. So next one is 29 versus touch. So how did we say that again?
37.
Damage and a half. I got.
All right.
Just roll the attacks. I'll take care of the damage. Let's keep them going.
All right.
Keep them snappy. Come
And
You got 3
last
minutes
one right
left.
here.
And they
Last
roll.
one there.
on. That's another 24.
24. And that's my turn.
All right, beautiful.
I'll
He's
take-
looking crispy. Weave. You're a squirrel
I'll
person.
take a
Why me?
5-foot step backwards.
So we watch as lightning arcs down through the ceiling, burning a hole through the stonework, lancing out and striking the water for 7 points of damage.
Hey, reflex save. You might be able to half that.
All right, let's see.
Wait, the
13
structural
doesn't have it.
integrity is at risk
Yeah.
here.
We hear as that final bolt of lightning is what really destroys the dam. The people of Tatzelford.
Oh no.
We all died. Everyone
Turtleback
died.
Fairy, not Tatzelford. Turtleback Fairy.
Dam falls.
And,
Party dies.
We go over to Harkin.
Actually, do I have enough? I don't think I have enough movement.
Hark on, hark off.
What?
Did you
Hark,
really
what?
just- Oh my god. What a ridiculous
I
human being.
okay. I will move around to here. I do provoke.
Alright, he's gonna try and not stab you because he hasn't acted yet. Sumi
Oh.
and Kitty.
I
She's
still have an
pounced.
action.
Okay.
I have a. I will attempt to hit him with my pick, and then as a free action, I will try to trip him. Oh, come on, the crit!
So here's what's funny. That 22, you bury that pick in the back of its skull, and it slowly slides off the end of it crumpling into the water and sizzling.
My pounce.
Your pounce still goes off. She tears it to shreds. I've taken that into consideration. But Papa Gruel's dead real fast. Real fast.
We've had.
Why are you even here, Papa Gruel,
We
dude?
don't play.
Sumi had input lag.
We find on Papa Gruel, we find a +1 vicious adamantine trident.
Vicious
You're taking that?
adamantine.
There is a
I'm not sure.
loud clicking
Okay.
sound that comes from behind the 2 doors to the right. Sounds like massive claws clacking together.
Oh, we're not going that way.
To the
Claws!
south, there is a large set of doors that have piles of skulls. So it's a large pile of skulls placed up against them. You would have to move the skulls to get behind. But through those doors, you hear a voice. Deep, low, and calculating. I can hear that there are more intelligent creatures inside. A fierce battle fought, a fierce battle quickly won. Let us parley.
Who are you?
I am a prisoner of this dam.
And why would we
seek
parlay? We would just rescue you.
only my freedom.
This sounds very familiar.
Wait. Oh, so that means I have to go rescue him, right?
Harkonnen, you didn't know you had a brother?
Oh my god.
I do. I love the canon that all of Nate's characters are just brothers fated to die.
That's canon in my head for sure.
Oh, alright, fine.
Sumi can't fit through any of the small doors, so
What about
she's
the
just gonna
doors
let you
here?
guys open them and die.
What about here and here?
No sound coming from those other than the kind of gentle churning of water.
Perception for this one to see if it has traps.
No traps.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
And we'll open this door.
Very good. Go ahead and reveal those chambers for you. And Alright, skadoosh. Chambers revealed.
There's a big pool of water in here.
Big pool of water.
Looks like bones.
And bones. This was likely Papa Gruel's feeding ground.
None of these are water releases.
All right. Well, I'm just giving it a look. See, I'll have my dancing lights up and send it in different directions, just to get a
If
feel for the room.
anyone has knowledge engineering, the least used skill in all of
Nope.
Pathfinder.
So, you said engineering, you say?
Yeah, you can make an
Engineering, yes.
I don't have it.
Well played, Nate. Well,
Well, if anyone happens to have it, it'd be great if we could try and figure out where that valve is.
I'm gonna
Because
pick up-
murder is great and all, but that is not why I'm here.
I'm gonna pick up a bone and throw it in the water to see what happens.
bone sinks to the bottom of the pool, which is slightly cloudy.
Okay.
I had to test to see if that thing works.
Them, me.
All right, well, there's.
We are
nothing
not
in
the same.
here. Do you want to go to this other side? There's probably something there. We can hear it clacking.
Was that voice coming from inside that room that you just
Voices
poked
down
in?
here.
Yes, so
We'll
after
clear all those
clearing out
skulls
some
out.
of the bones, you hear the voice again, deep, brooding. Move the skulls, open the doors, and let us converse.
I'm having some real bad flashbacks here.
Is this a legally binding contract that we're making here?
I'm having really, really bad flashbacks here. Last time we opened a door
do you
for
open the
someone, it was
doors?
like a devil or
right.
something.
Do you open the doors?
I'm gonna roll D2. Actually, no. D100. Yeah, do we want to do 50-50 or do we want to do?
It's your stupid decision.
Hey.
Don't even ask for our input.
There's the So, I do worship Desna, which is kind of anti-slavery.
Yeah. You know what? Vision of that
No,
butterfly.
nope.
It floods your mind. This feels right. Remember that vision of death? There's a lot of death.
DM reminder. DM reminder that I have my my spirit sense. So
Yeah.
just in case,
You just
it's
detect outsiders?
undead, fae, outsiders, astral, ethereal, and incorporeal.
There is a very powerful but extremely weakened outsider on the other side of this chamber.
I relay that to the party.
All right, then I open the door.
Yes!
What are you doing?
Yes! The narrow chamber ends in two curved alcoves, one to the east and one to the west. Each alcove is enclosed by a dull iron portcullis. A winch next to each provides a way to raise and lower the gates. Beyond each portcullis, a circle of runes glows with a faint orange light on the floor. Inside the circle to the west is a pile of crimson ash, while inside the circle to the east is curled what appears to be a long dead devil, its flesh taut and dry on its bones. However, in the chamber without the bones, you watch as appearing as though from out of nowhere, it was invisible for a moment, is a pit fiend. A pit fiend. It looks incredibly weakened. It looks exhausted. It looks emaciated. And it looks almost desperate. It has been hundreds, if not thousands of years. I have not had anyone to speak with save for those brooding and brutish and idiotic trolls. Perhaps creatures such as yourself can be reasoned with.
I poke my head in there.
Lawful?
So what you know, let's roll a knowledge of the planes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I feel like you.
You know that
well,
most devils, according
Yeah.
to lore, are lawful. You don't know anything really about pit fiends. But it's a big, scary, devil-looking monster.
Maybe we can come to an agreement.
I have seen this.
But this time, there's not a solid barrier. I can pass paper between us.
Are you suggesting we create a contract? And its voice is kind of like, it almost kind of hisses like very silenced lambs. Chianti.
Yes, but I get to write the terms. What with some? What's the word for with some revisions on your part that you must make clear your intentions of these revisions.
I
as a-
request only one thing, that I be released from this prison and allowed to return to hell.
Do we have a
Harkin,
notary
you're
here?
making a literal deal with the devil here.
Yeah, a really powerful one. They could probably
This
do
is the
some
thing
good-
they warn you about in like kindergarten.
I pull out a piece of paper and pen.
Isn't
Hey,
you
Dr.
her-
Durden.
aren't you Horizon
Small,
Walker?
small Dr. Durden, who's like 3 foot tall,
Yeah.
like pokes his head in there. He like grabs onto the back of Harkin's leg and like pokes in there. And in Infernal, he goes, "Papa?"
The devil looks real uncomfortable. Keep that thing away from me.
Horizon
Papa.
Walker has no moral compass. Like they don't have a requirement for
Oh,
morality.
man. Oh man.
What why is
Would
he
you
here?
guys like
What-
to make a knowledge arcana or knowledge
Yeah.
engineering about what this room is?
Yeah, I'm kind of like curious as to how the cell works. Knowledge Arcana.
There we go, Osmeridic. Oh, Dr. Durden. Hey, you know, Dr. Durden, this is the release valve for the entire dam. You know how it works? By draining the life force of 2 creatures inside. You also realize with that Arcana check that the reason the dam hasn't automatically released is because the other creature that was in the right side died, and it hasn't been able to activate because there's only one devil pit fiend left. So you've got some options. You could send somebody into that right side. They'd probably get drained a level or 2, and then the dam would release. It might kill the devil, but it solves the problem, but it doesn't fix it forever.
So this is some fucked up kind of release system where you have to drain people's health
Correct.
to release pressure on the dam.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of fiendish fucked up person made this
Yeah, who
place?
fucking made this?
Given all the Thessalonians,
Why is it covered in
probably-
skulls? What is
I
this
was gonna say
stupid
it's the
dam?
Thessalonians. I think it's the Thessalonians.
That's
In,
really funny. Oh, I'm dying here. I'm dying.
all right, so I guess can I talk to this devil creature and
Yeah.
persuasion him
That's what I was doing.
and explain to him what's going on? We're trying to save like I guess thousands of people or hundreds. I don't know how many people this dam is gonna kill if it goes. But so we either kill you, and he looks back at the other thing behind him. We kill you or we let you free. I mean, we're kind of in a bind here.
Wait, how does the dam work? We have to kill him?
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
You could instead release me. Allow me to return to my home.
Why would we do that? 1, you're a devil. And 2, we need you to stop the dam from bursting.
Oh,
we
one of
have
you could
literally
take my
no reason
place.
to help this devil.
Please
Actually-
don't kill me.
I do have a proposition. Since you are such a powerful outsider, and you, if we let you out with the contract, you can just summon 2 lesser devils to take your place. I'm sure you have plenty of people that you can just send away.
Give me a diplomacy check.
You know what? I will. I will, in fact, give you a diplomacy check.
These terms are agreeable.
But first, we need to make the contract so you won't just kill us on a whim.
Write whatever terms you require to ensure your safety. I seek only my freedom.
I will jot down on the paper.
So, Mr. Harkin, what you're saying is you're not going to kill him, and then you're going to get some devils to like run around with us. Is that
No.
what I'm understanding?
We're gonna, with some added on stuff, he's gonna leave. Well, before he leaves, he's gonna
Yeah.
summon 2 lower devils to take the place.
That's what I said. So you're going to let him live.
He's an amenable fellow.
I don't know. He's a devil.
Can you add in there that like he unleashes my devil powers as well and like makes me all powerful? That would be awesome.
These
Well,
terms
well-
are acceptable.
We'll get there when we get there.
I just
Just-
keep looking.
Just like put it in the contract.
What are you looking for? How's Meredith?
I'm looking at Dr. Durden and this pit fiend and just like
They could be father and son. You're not sure.
I'm just like
Get up
Wait.
close. Teach me, Father. In Infernal.
In Infernal, it whispers to you, "Release me, and I shall show you the true powers of your bloodline."
oh god.
So, Wolf,
Kill
the
him.
terms,
Kill your friends.
so the term I want to do,
Yeah.
1 small gift/boon for each of us. If we let him out and he does the thing with the outsiders.
Sure, he agrees.
With no genie nonsense, no like weird backfire.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, the boon is for whoever wants it.
Do we even know how to let him live or how to let him go? I mean, we
There's
know that
literally a portcullis chain you can pull to rise up the gate and release him from the circle.
and then there's like a button or some other button that kills him.
Yeah, somebody's got to go step. You can even summon a creature, put a creature on the other side, and then they would both be drained of a level, and we'll see what happens.
I'm gonna. How do we make a legally binding contract?
Are any of you professional notaries?
Oh, we can sign in blood. I think that.
You could
I'm a
sign in
doc-
blood, yes.
I'm a doctor, so I think that means yes.
That does
think it's
count. That's
linguistic
legally
rules.
binding if you sign it as a doctor.
I'll poke my finger with and sign in my name and have the hand the
I'm
paper.
going to- As a player,
Yeah.
as Jasper,
Yeah.
this is a really good idea, Nate. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm like, man, getting him to summon 2 dudes for it, that's fucking baller. That's killer problem solving. And as a player, I love it. Weave is going to try and stop you.
Oh, let's go! Party
Weave
conflict.
does not want you making contracts.
Party
And
conflict.
I, as
Let's
a player,
go.
Jasper, want you guys to stop me. I want you guys to stop Weave and Sumi.
No, Weave.
I want this as a player. I want this to happen, but Weave is not about the contract with the literal devil.
Okay, fine. One more revision before we finalize. You cannot.
It's the principle. She's upset with the principle. It's not the stipulations that she gives a shit about. It's
Okay.
you signing a contract with the devil.
Wait. Hear me out.
Oh, I'm dying.
You cannot enact direct evil acts on the material plane for at least 100 years.
Like,
That can be Weave's gift.
Weave lunges towards you in squirrel form, trying to knock the quill out of your hand.
So Weave, you seem a little apprehensive about this.
You're signing a contract with the devil. Yes. Yes, I am. Also, the last time this happened, the guy died about it. This has happened to me already.
Devil or not, he's a lawful individual.
Oh, I'm dying. So funny.
And
Ugh.
I don't know about you, but most lawful people adhere to a contract until it's met.
give me a diplomacy. You're diplomacying against Weave, not against me, Jasper. Because Jasper, remember, totally agrees this is badass, but Weave is not on board.
He's a prisoner.
That's a 29.
That's pretty good. That's I'll you know what? I'll roll what is it that I can I'll roll a straight. It doesn't matter. I'll just roll a straight wisdom. If I get a nat 20, she's still gonna go through with it. She didn't. So she's gonna back down. She's gonna back down, but she has made it very clear that she thinks this is a bad idea, and she's just gonna give the whole operation some space.
Release me, and let us bind the contract in blood.
I'm not touching that.
So is this the kind of circle that only it's a magic circle against evil, I assume? Like
Yeah.
a really strong one?
Yeah.
Okay. Put your finger up against the edge.
He does so.
I'll poke it with the quill.
He allows it to happen.
Do you want me to sign on your behalf and make this a legally binding contract?
I must sign myself.
Oh, okay. I'll put the paper in slightly.
He
Making
signs
sure
it.
not. We
Now
have a doctor
release me,
present.
mortal.
Ernie, you ready?
I'm a devil. I can do it.
Remember, you cannot leave until the conditions are met.
So as you open the gate, I assume.
Yeah.
As you open the gate, we watch as it rises up. The pit fiend slowly rises to his feet, stumbling once or twice to his knees. You can see he is incredibly weakened.
I'll
But he
help him.
looks down at Dr. Durden, and in Infernal says, "Your mother would be proud of you." And
you hear that, Joffrey? Oh yeah.
I hear a really weird back and forth between these two demons in Infernal.
he steps in the center, reaching both hands to the sides. You watch as two barbed devils appear in each circle. The devils seem confused. A moment later, you watch as they seem to, like, shimmer and shake, and you hear these massive groaning, and you feel the entire dam shake, and you hear the rush of water as the release valves are released. He turns to hearken, seeing as you, and only you, signed the contract. Did Dr. Durden sign as well? I assume us Meriting and Weave did not.
Nope.
Well, if I signed, what would it have been for
You
my
can get a boon.
Awakening your devil powers, man. That's what he said, right? You gonna sign for that?
yeah, that Dr. Durden will be all about that. He's excited.
Well, here's what happens. I'm going to offer you two options. I will offer you the half-fiend template, if you want it.
That's really good.
Or a singular casting of the wish spell.
Wow. Wow.
So that's to Dr. Durden, I assume.
Yeah.
Crime never pays my ass.
Well, no, that's to
This is
either of
the-
you. That's
this
the
is
boon
the-
he's offering to either of you.
This is the legally binding contract. There's nothing illegal about it. I had to double check what the half fiend template does real quick.
Half fiend template. So this is just like the type of creature.
Oh, look it up. Look up the
So
half
Yeah,
fiend template.
you get a natural armor bonus of +1.
Mm-hmm.
You also get a...
Wow.
Immunity to
You
poison.
sure about
acid.
this one, Wolf?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
This is really good.
He gets a spell resistance.
Equal to CR plus 11.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I don't care. I'm a Horizon Walker. I go from plane to plane.
I need you now, Nate,
Yeah.
to roll me a linguistics check.
Yeah. I just. I see.
Do you want to spend a hero point?
You know what? Sure. I'll use my last hero point.
Okay. Just curious. It's fine.
Nice.
Perfect. As he finishes signing his part of the contract to amend and allow for the fiendish template, he smiles at you. The contract is completed. Your powers shall awaken in due time. And you watch as he disappears into this wreaths of flame down, like, into the ground, into the floor. And each of you feel a little... You feel a little cruel in this moment. You feel a little angered. And as you kind of reach up to your heads, you start to get these migraines. You already have horns, Dr. Durden. You feel a second set of horns starting to grow right next to the others. And Nate, Harkin, you feel a set of horns starting to grow here as well. But it hurts. And it doesn't happen all at once. But over the course of several undisclosed sessions, you will slowly start turning into half-fiends. And we'll deal with that as it comes.
So
But I think
like-
that, my friends, is a fantastic point to end today's session of Rise of the Runelords, which was a long one, lots of fighting. But you've saved the town. Now, last thing that you need to do is you need to travel up into the mountains. And what I'll do is I'll actually pivot you on over to the Turtleback Enrons. You will need to head up to the Hook Mountain Clan Hold, find the rest of the giants, destroy the coven, and end this rainstorm before it begins to build back up. But that will happen next episode, next session of Rise of the Runelords, which will be next Saturday. Actually, it won't be next Saturday. It'll be 2 Saturdays from today, because next week on Saturday, we are running Dare Wolf Den's first ever annual hopefully, Darewolf Den Spooky Stream. There will be 6 different streams going on, 6 different one-shots, or 5 different one-shots. We've got Jester Jasper running the Mousecapades, the Mouseketeers, which is going to be great. I'll be running an Octun Cthulhu and an All Flesh Must Be Eaten game as well. And we're going to have a bunch of, server favorites. You'll see a bunch of people that you've seen before. You'll see some new faces as well. And we're very excited to be running those. It's going to be a blast. And then on Sunday of that weekend, next weekend, I'll be launching a Call of Cthulhu adventure, Memento Mori, which should be a lot of fun. We'll have some old fan favorites as well there too. But in the meantime, as I always say at the end of every session, any final thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns from the players before we wrap up today's episode?
You get what you fucking deserve.
Oh my stars.
I think we joined the Hellfire Club.
Oh, good. That was
Oh, I should have asked someone to remove our wisdom drain. God damn it.
That would have been smart. That would have been
Or
just like a
devil,
real
damn
simple
it.
thing. Yeah, you went with the devil thing. That's good. But we will be back on November 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern. In the meantime, definitely tune in next weekend. We'll be starting at noon, 12 noon Eastern, and it'll be going for probably a solid 10 to 12 hours. It's going to be a long day, lots of streams, lots of RP. I'm going to be dead at the end of it, but I'm super excited. And it
You're
should be
in
a heck
all
a
of
lot
it,
fun.
man. Well,
I'm in
I don't know how
every
you
one.
do
I'll
it,
be all day
man.
long. I don't know. It's going to be a crazy day, but it's going to be
Jesus.
fun, and we're going to have a blast. But in the meantime, as I always say at the end of our session as well, with that being said, thank you, Patrick. Thank you so much to the players for playing. Without you, this would be impossible. Thank you to the viewers for viewing. Really appreciated the chatter in the chat. If you're not already a subscriber, feel free to go ahead and click follow. Feel free to drop a subscription if you're feeling a little bit charitable. But in the meantime, be well, be safe, happy gaming. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Cheers.